Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to tonight's episode of uh Ink of Fate.
I thought you said you were
I'm
ready.
tired. I am apparently not. It's okay. Let me try that again. Hello, welcome to tonight's episode of Ink of Fate. I am your dungeon master KJ Potoff, and I feel like I'm back at the Green Dragon after a hard day's work.
Ah.
There we go. Is that a little better?
Oh, good.
um All right, let's meet our amazing cast of players. It's gonna take me a minute to get back into the groove, so I am just working on getting my brain there. But let's say hi to everybody. Tell us who you are and who you're playing. Let's start with Elizabeth.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm playing Ada, the Tuss Wizard Cleric.
Awesome, Joanna.
Hello, I'm Joanna. I play Odrun, the Wicker Barbarian, who is sometimes bewildered and reluctant.
Yes. Nick.
My name is Nick, and I play Cull, the Grim Marauder Fighter.
And Jay.
I'm Jay. I play Half, the Squirrel Warlock, and sometimes I get to be a barbarian too. But your squirrel fact for the day is that the male and female squirrel is called a buck and a doe. Which one am I? I don't really care.
That's cute. I did not know that.
Yeah,
I thought that
buck and a
usually
doe.
only applies to like livestock or if you're hunting it or something. Like,
Are you planning on hunting?
yeah. No. I just did not know that there was specific words for that. Okay, let's talk a bit about our campaign, what it's about, where we're at. So, Ink of Fate is a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition adventure. We are pretty much fully moved over to 2024 rules, but we're still learning them, still getting used to them, so we will be explaining them as we go and as we discover them. Um, the story is based on the Arcanum Worlds module, Raiders of the Serpent Sea. Our story takes place in a world called Grimnir. A couple things to know about this world. Grimnir is Viking inspired, very heavily influenced by Norse mythology, though not necessarily mythologically or historically accurate, so don't hold us to it. Everybody is part of different raiding clans that all compete with each other and raid each other and try to earn glory and honor to ascend to the halls of the slain. Everybody worships the gods of the Stone Court, um, who were the heroes that led everyone to Grimnir from the Lost Lands. Everybody, as they age and reach milestones in their life, they accumulate runic tattoos that are meant to guide them towards their fate and their destiny. Um, and Grimnir is entering it's getting pretty solidly into its third straight year of winter due to unknown causes, and these heroes are somehow heavily involved in that. Um, so our heroes, who have recently been given a new title, the Fate Bearers, due to a very publicly announced prophecy in front of all of the gathered raiding clans, because we are at Drift Hall. Drift Hall is the gathering of clans that takes place every handful of years to settle disputes and coordinate between all the different raiding clans and resolve all the things that deal with multiple clans at once. Um, and right as Drift Hall was really getting going, the Volve, the Seers that are beloved and trusted by all raiding clans, um, gave a prophecy asking how to stop the long winter, but receiving the answer that with Ragnarok coming, these specific four heroes, the Fate Bearers, will need to be involved. So, they have been meeting with the leaders of each clan, finding ways to resolve their differences and settle conflicts. They have some conflicts of their own that they want to resolve related to, in particular, the Luton clan, which several of the heroes are from. Um, they're finding what allies they can trust, what help they can get in that regard. Um, let's see. Trying to remember what else. There's a lot of like little interclan politics that y'all have been dealing with. And we left off not long after you met with Mother Gunbarg, who is currently the elected Elder Linyal, which is the overseer of Drift Hall and leads all the clans in interclan matters. Also an old flame of Hrolf's, so something you tease your crew member about mercilessly. Um, let's see, you spent some time at the mead hall. There was a little, little flirtatious interaction going on here and there. Um, Other relationships were a bit more bitter. Um, and I'm trying to think if there was anything else. But I think that's all the major things we have going on. So, we left off with you all taking a long rest. So if you haven't clocked a long rest on your character sheet, go ahead and log that. And we have you waking up on the morning of the gathering. So let me get us back to where we're at here. Just as a reminder, Drift Hall is a big floating island of boats that are all tied and connected to each other. Makes for a big, fun, basically a floating city. Alright, let's see. So, you all wake up on your ship. It's the day of the gathering. You can see people on other ships milling about. People running last minute errands before the gathering officially starts. Just to kind of get back into the groove of things after our holiday hiatus, let's pop in and just check on each hero. What's one thing that you're getting done before the gathering starts this morning? Or like just part of your morning routine that would be expected
I'm
on a
gonna
morning like this.
check on my tree. The tree that I've been having like at the very top of the nest in the crow's nest this whole time, just kind of secluded up there. I would like to talk to my tree, please. To let me know how the tree is doing, checking in on it as it's growing into a big, beautiful tree. It's now a baby. A baby tree.
It hasn't grown much. Let me come back to you because I need my voice changer to load up and it takes forever.
Baby tree voice.
We'll get there. What's everybody else up to?
I mean, Odrun would probably just be sharpening axes and maintaining weapons. I've got like 2 hand axes and a big great axe, and just kind of going through some soothing motions to still recovering from the body switch, and like really not looking forward to politics, and just kind of dreading the day, so doing some soothing things. If you can call working on axes soothing, apparently it is.
I think similarly, Ada woke up with a point of exhaustion after the day that was yesterday. So she was looking
speaking of which,
forward
I
to
gave
the
you a button for
politics.
that.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think it's on either the top of your screen or the bottom of your screen in Roll20. But I put one up for chronic pain and one for Odrun's afflicted thing, so you can roll that.
Nice.
Cool.
And she was looking forward to the politics. I think she's in that like fun headspace of like, I have to like really be on top of my shit today, but I don't feel good, but I have to be on top of it. So she's just sort of like ruminating in the corner.
Fair. Cole?
I think Cole is entirely too aware that if people weren't staring at them before, they're definitely going to be staring at them now. So he's like kind of like fixing up his prosthetic and putting his hair back halfway up and like I guess trying to make everything look perfect so nobody can try and find anything to get him on, if that makes sense. Because he knows he isn't good at politics, but he knows that he is good at looking scary. And if that's what he can portray, then he's gonna try his damnedest.
Ooh, is this a
Amazing.
look scary and intimidating, kind of like the first day situation? Or more casual?
Why not both?
Like maybe a little more ready for business.
Mm-hmm. Just serious business.
Good. Good
Right.
to know.
I'm assuming there's armor involved.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm ready to do a little tree conversation. What do you say to your little tree?
Oh. Just so as a reminder, I have determined that tree speech is a lot of whistling, wind-like sounds and a lot of creaking and chirping-like sounds. So if anybody's trying to listen in, you got to be really good at this foreign language to understand what the hell I'm doing. So don't try. So basically, I'm just gonna give it some nice fresh water, not the seawater, and I'm just gonna be like, "Hello, tree. How are you doing today?" That's the vibe I'm giving it. I'm sure the grammar's a little different in tree speak. How are we feeling?
Good.
Is the sun all right?
Cold, but bright.
Is this enough water? Do I need to get you any more water? Is your soil feeling a little too dry, a little too wet?
Just right.
Perfect. My gardening skills just got an A+ here. How have your days been here on the ship? Sorry, I couldn't really take you with me.
Sunny?
Okay. That was an interesting test of my tree's awareness, and my tree has that much awareness. Alright, well, you have a good day, tree. Tree, do you want a name?
Name?
I don't know. Do trees want names? Do I know this? This is the weirdest question. Do
Yeah.
trees have names?
Trees don't usually have much motivation beyond growth.
But this is a special tree. I've done it. I've
Hasn't
spoken.
really
I
expressed
have.
much of a opinion one way or the other.
Okay, cool. Circle back later. Have a great day, tree. Cool. That's my cute tree. Doing well. Does it feel evil at all? I would like to know. Can I insight check that it's not feeling evil?
Roll an insight check.
Great. I gotta make sure that I'm a positive influence on this tree. Cool, cool, cool. Oh,
He
That's not
seems
looking
really
good.
young. It's just a wee little sapling, so it's hard to get a read on any kind of emotion, especially because it doesn't have very complex thought at this point.
Great, great. Hap totally believes that. I'm worried that this tree is secretly an evil little demon here. Okay, cool. Have a good day, tree. That's it, I'm done.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. So it is sunny at first, but you definitely see some clouds on the horizon. There's definitely a chilly wind blowing. A lot of people are wearing their furs and all of their bulky cloaks, things like that. Their pelts. Um, so let's see. Um, Hrolf kind of marches down the middle of the ship and it's like, all right, everyone, we all ready for the gathering?
Do we have to?
Enough.
No question.
Yep.
Not me. Not Cole. Me.
Oh.
Has Hap shared? I don't know if I missed this when I missed like the little
Ooh.
minutes. Has Hap shared what the Luton knows about us?
No,
Or
I got
no?
distracted.
Oh, such a good
Oh, I
question.
got so distracted. I haven't
Sorry,
yet.
I'm making my game plan
Oops.
right now.
You could
I
say that
know.
you shared that and
No,
relayed that,
I really have
or you can roleplay
not.
it.
I'm gonna be honest, I really have not shared that. I got really distracted being a tree and then all the other stuff and then admitting my whole backstory to strangers. Like, oops. I also am not like
Well,
super
Oh,
motivated to, say like, hey, maybe this was an oopsie on our part. No, I'm liking the whole they intentionally fucked up another clan. Like, that's super motivated.
Yep.
You don't know that.
real
You have
quick, we
no
have a
idea.
question. We have a question in the chat from the Burly Earl. What exactly is a squirrelborn? Squirrelborn is one of the custom species options from Raiders of the Serpent Sea, which is the module that we're using. You get to pick Beastborn as an option, so you have like certain animal traits that you can pick for your species. So Hap is a squirrelborn, which is a humanoid that is basically an awakened squirrel that's like hobbit sized.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Think
I
like
am a small
Narnia.
creature.
Oh yeah, really
Well,
a lot like Narnia.
yeah, maybe a little bit more,
I mean,
more
kind of.
humanoid look.
Um, yeah. All right. So Hrolf is like, all right. Now remember, when we get to the gathering, all the clan leaders are gonna be there. The Volva are gonna be there. Mother Gunbarg and Wisest Irsa are gonna be overseeing most of it. Only speak if it's very important for you to do so. A lot of folks don't like being interrupted. You are allowed to interrupt. I'm sure they'll let you get away with it a certain number of times, but usually you need to let somebody finish their. It's a very very formal type of proceeding. If you do speak up, speak loudly enough for everyone to hear you. And there will be a series of petitions that have all been added to the roster. The Orn petition is already on there, as is the murder investigation for Linyal Torkel. Yes, Cole.
do we need to contact the Orn and see how close they are?
I can.
Uh, it wouldn't hurt. We can always ask first if they're willing to delay. This is certainly going to be a multi-day proceeding, so it's up to you if you want to check now or check later.
Rolf,
But
are
they're
you
on their way at least.
Rolf, are you telling us that this is a sit still look pretty type thing? Are we just ornamental here?
Well, no, you actually are going to be very important with your newfound status as fate bearers. Uh, you'll likely have quite an amount of influence, especially over the ones you're on friendlier terms with.
So,
But your voices will be heard.
if we want to talk, how do we signal that we want to talk? Is it like a raise your hand
Uh,
situation?
Hold up the hilt of your weapon, or a staff if you have that.
Okay.
But what else is on the roster out of curiosity?
Well, I am not privy to that information. I am not all that close with Mother Gunbarg and her dealings right now. I've managed to keep quite a distance from those things, so.
Then why is it not public? How can
Well,
we
you
have an
know that
opinion if we only get surprised by the roster? That
That's fair.
seems
That's a good
poor.
question.
she did say that the challenge will be on roster. Her contest that you
That's
so
true.
cleverly came up with an alternative for.
So
Which
good.
again, kudos.
That will be a
was
point of
brilliant.
discussion.
Now,
Um,
literally, you have no idea what else is on the roster? You don't want to, like, go visit her before?
well,
Can
a
we
lot of
assume
it is
this
just
rest?
like trade bargains and contract negotiations, so I don't know everything that's on there. The major things, though, that will probably directly relate to you, we've already gone over.
What about the Luton clan? Have they been putting anything on that roster?
That's a good question.
I think the War Clan is also going to be on there for asking
what I
for
was wondering.
status. Pretty sure.
Yeah,
they're gonna
that's
be on
fine.
there.
Yes,
That's
that
fine.
will certainly
Whatever.
certainly be on the roster. And it is up to Mother Goonbog to determine the sequence in which these are resolved. Um, so yeah, I haven't heard of any major negotiations coming from the Luton clan or any major petitions. But I'm not particularly close with anyone from that clan either. Present company excluded, of course.
I knew we should have spent more time in those taverns. Ooh, wait a minute. Speaking of which, hey Cole, where's that new crew member? We just brought on their boat. Maybe they know something. They spend a lot of time in taverns, right? Gotta
I
go ask
don't
him
know
for
where
me.
he is all the time. He's his own person.
Do you know where
Wasn't
he
he
is right now,
supposed to be
though?
on the ship?
Aren't you a captain? Is
well,
he your crew?
I think he was gathering
You-
his
you
things
got-
and then he was gonna
Yeah,
show up.
he
at some
gathered his.
point.
He's gathered his things.
That was last night.
Yeah, maybe he took a minute. You leave it alone.
No. We need to know if he's heard anything about the Luton clan and his time in the tavern.
I
Go
forget,
ask.
Did we happen to tell the Volve about all of our collective vision of the explosion of Drift Hall?
Nope.
Do we ever think that
We
might
were
be
very
a good
cagey.
idea?
I don't know. Do you like the Volve?
I don't like the Volve, but I don't want everyone to die.
Well, that's a good point, because I think if we had told them before the whole prophecy, that might have gotten us in trouble, but now that we're like the fate bearers and important,
Do you think they'll be angry that we kept it out of what we said, though?
What if we just leave out exactly when we had it?
or yeah, that works.
What if we just say,
That's a
"Oh,
better
we had
plan.
a collective vision," and neglect to say that it was on our way here? Maybe we could just, let them figure out whenever they wanted to. And if they ask us directly when we had it, then we look at Hap and Hap can answer for us.
Do you think they'll tell that to the rest of the clans? Because if they learn everything's gonna before
they
all
might-
the talking, they might think that's a bad sign.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
not
assuming
wanna
they
talk.
believe that this vision's actually gonna come true.
that's the thing, is we don't even know if this vision is going to come true. Did you see any sort of explosives when you went for your swim? Or were you
Just
looking?
a really cool fish.
Just the really cool fish. I mean, they did
But
sound
I mean,
really
I saw the ships, but nothing out of the ordinary.
I mean, because it might have even been like a figurative thing, like, oh, the clans are all gonna die, but not actually literally explode.
Do you have any idea what could cause that kind of explosion?
Magic,
Explosives?
explosives.
What are explosive in this world? Can we
That's
circle
a great
back to what is
question.
what is explosive?
What is
Like I know there's a lot of things you can do with like
Do we
compressed
have TNT?
flour.
So,
Compressed
So,
flour, I hear this great. I should Google that.
one person roll an
Nitroglycerin.
Arcana check.
All right.
I will do that.
Should be Ada. Oh shit, our rolls
Okay.
are not starting out
That
great.
was a nat one.
We got 2 nat ones.
That was a nat one.
Look at go.
There's 2. Oh jeez.
Yeah, pretty much what you said already. Magic, and at least one of you has heard of alchemist fire. That's a flammable thing. Definitely
Did you
sounds
know
like something we should
everything?
keep our eyes peeled for.
Did you know flour dust can explode?
Well, that's
That's a
terrifying.
fun thing. Yes.
I don't know a lot of things.
Just a side note. I don't think
Me neither,
anybody
Prof.
brought like a whole keg of flour here or something, but that's
You don't
very
know.
good of an
I
explosive.
mean, there are.
Anyway, side note for later, if we ever come across an agricultural community. Ooh, does anybody
Well-
sell flour here? Is anybody into bread baking?
I
That'd
mean,
be really
I
fun.
think there's bread
Super
around
dangerous.
here in the tavern.
Talk to the Volve beforehand.
I would, but we're actually running out of time.
Oh, no.
We can. Yeah, it's already time to go to the gathering. But as soon as there's a break, right around lunchtime, you can talk to them then.
Can I send to Finnan while we walk over?
Yes.
Can I look for Cole's new friend?
Roll perception. Ada was. Are you just checking like status, like how close?
I'm just checking in on if they've had good seas, good weather.
I hate
Um,
this. I use both sheets and they both suck.
Yeah. Yeah. The message you get back is that it's not overly slow, but not overly fast. So there's still a couple more days out.
Okay. Well, we need to stall.
So, without them, what physical evidence do we have so far? The spell book,
Us.
and I assume we have a drawing of the sigil that was on his neck.
Yes. We have, if she'll speak up, we have Ragnar's statement that he was off kind of right beforehand. Like, there were changes
And-
in Sindri beforehand.
And then we have the one Orin clan weaponsmith. I'm blanking on the name.
Liv
Liv.
is
Yes.
with us. So Liv was
Yes.
a direct witness. So Liv needs to come with us.
For sure. Prof, I'm assuming we're just walking over. As part of these proceedings, is there any, like, spell casting to ensure people are telling the truth or anything like that? Obviously, I won't be casting anything. I'm thinking of would the Volve, like, cast anything like that?
Not usually a lot of truth-related spell casting per se. Occasionally, in matters of severe import, someone will like swear an oath upon the stone court to tell the truth. So there are consequences for breaking such oaths. There's technically ways around that, but they're very, very difficult and complicated. But that's usually the procedure.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Of course.
I'm
Any
gonna have...
any last minute questions before?
No, not a last minute question. I'm assuming I don't see the guy, but I'm gonna have Akarn invisibly look for a paper with the agenda on it, or the roster. Akarn's
People
just gonna
don't write
fly
things down
around,
in
and
this
I just
world.
want to find that agenda. You got this, little guy. Go, buddy.
Oh, a car.
Go find,
Okay.
go find that agenda list. I want to know what surprises are in store here.
Okay. Go ahead and have a Karn do an investigation check. I will warn you, like, somebody might be carrying it. It might be in the form of a scroll that's rolled up.
Well, this might be
Paper's
like...
also rare, technically.
That's true. It'd be more of a tablet, wouldn't it?
The thing is that I'm waiting for someone to, like, have it in front of them and Akarn look over their shoulder is kind of what I'm imagining is going to end up happening.
Can a Karn read?
Huh?
That ooh.
Sorry.
I mean,
Karn.
Sorry,
Akarn...
that was an intrusive thought.
Yes.
Let's see here. What's...
I mean, he is
Akarn's
smarter
in...
than most of us.
Having a language does technically mean that you can speak, understand, and write in that language.
Akarn
Go,
knows
Karn.
3 languages and has a higher intelligence score than I do. So, the real question is, can I read? Like, I don't know if that was a skill I ever needed growing up. I was might be faking it. I am not dumb, but intelligent
Cat can't
is...
read.
The trees taught you how to read in runic.
It's... My reading
And it translates
is good
well
enough.
enough to common.
Good enough, okay.
Um,
That's an intelligence thing. I like...
Yeah, okay, 17.
Karn's smarter than I am. 17.
Okay.
Can I
I'm trying to
read?
think, does anybody actually have this?
I'm having a little identity crisis here. I don't know how. Maybe I can read like a 3rd grade reading level?
Yeah.
I mean, you were 8.
I'm an adult. Thank you very much.
Okay, you, or a Karn, does find a, seer guard that seems to be following Wisest Irsa around.
Okay.
So, they do have, a list, including all of the, petitions that you've heard about. Um, there's a few that have to do with, like, lumber trade routes or, like, um, shipbuilders and crops and delays and schedules and bartering and like raid compensations and things like a lot of it looks really really dry and boring and small scale, but yeah, all the major ones, there's no other major ones that um other than the ones you've already heard about.
Okay, nothing from the Beastborn group yet. I guess they're not formed enough.
Yeah, you specifically do not see a new Beastborn clan petition. Okay, so you all make your way to the very center of Drift Hall.
Vision have it exploding from the center. Like, do we want to sit out on the outskirts? I would like to stand, actually, if it's possible, I would like to stand within leaping distance of the water. If that is this possible seat, that sounds like a great place to be.
All right, it's gonna get a little bit visually overwhelming in a second.
Ooh.
All right, so um, you all find yourselves on the outside of a very decently sized stone amphitheater on that island that sits in the middle of Drift Hall. All of the major clans sit on the inner rings, while those unnamed Varang lesser clans fill the outer seating. Hap, you do see Half Bjorn and a couple other Beastborn in a small cluster, just one or two others. It's
Do I see-
very chilly weather. Yep.
Do I see
What?
greenery too? Is that soil?
Um, there is on the map that I used, but this is actually a fully stone island. This is just the only map I could find that had an amphitheater, but
No trees then.
yeah, sorry, it's a lot more like that rocky texture that's at the top of the map. Yeah. Um, but yeah, all so you should be able to see all the different clan leaders in here the with the clan icons with them. So if you need to see who's who, then it should be all labeled there. So the ground does have some snow kind of just pushed up into the corners, very dirty, muddy kind of snow. There's still a little bit of a festival feeling lingering in the air. There's lots of people like smiling and clashing their drinking horns together. You all are invited by a seer guard to sit basically practically right up front if you feel like it as guests of the Volve. So you can place yourselves wherever you want to on here.
Would that be like where Fear Cat is?
Yes.
Is Mother Goomberg looking at us in any particular way as we enter? Is she like trying to indicate that she wants us near her or not at all? Because we did contribute to her possible petition here.
Yeah, she seems to feel positively about you all sitting up front.
Oh, that's okay. I probably should.
I'd feel better if I could grow a tree here to sit in instead.
I'm sorry you can't
Just
grow a tree
climb
on
one
the
of our shoulders.
That is not the same thing.
I'll sit up front.
Irsa, the wisest, she stands from the inner ring of seating, and she gets up onto the speaking platform. She raises her hand into the air, and the crowd hushes a bit. Um, Sorry, I have a lot of stuff I'm bouncing back and forth between. And she's projecting so everybody can hear her. People of Drift Hall, the most honorable Elder Lignal, Mother Gunbarg of the Hallharn, Elder Lignal of Drift Hall. And she invites Mother Gunbarg to the stand. Gunbarg unsheaths her sword in one hand, and she like raises into the air and shouts out, "Skull!" And everybody just kind of stomps and hollers and cheers, and there's like a lot of banging on shields to greet her. Mother Goombarg opens, saying, "Over the next months, we must all die bravely, swords and axes in hand. We shall be reborn as eternal champions to fight for the light against the darkness. So has it always been fated." There's a smattering of cheers and cries and applause at that. Now, I know we are all very interested in what was revealed at the... Sorry, what was it called?
Beholding.
Beholding.
No, the beholding was technically the
communing.
showy offy part.
Communion?
The communing.
I
Thank
make-
you.
did
Yep,
I
the
make
communing. Yep, I'm there. What we heard at the communing. Now, we do have a few smaller agenda items to resolve before we get to that, but it will be a major point of discussion for all of us. So we will start with a few little... Sorry, as a DM, I'm kind of like stumbling over the right words for this. Just a few procedural matters to get out of the way first. Athels Vestem, state your petition. Athels, with her wolf sitting nearby, stands up. Sorry, one sec.
Ugh.
This is a tricky part because there's a lot of just like me talking. So,
Hey, Croft, is it a
I
good
need it.
sign or a bad sign that they get to go first? I do.
Same.
Well, if they're friendly to you, it's a good thing. If they're not friendly to you, it's a bad thing. It's
friendly.
it's all about giving them a vote.
No, I mean, but
They're fine.
like, does going first in the order of petitions mean anything?
I mean, it makes sense. It's to
Um,
give them a vote or not. So why wouldn't they
True.
go first?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just don't like that, okay?
I know.
Yeah, Fearcat leans over and it's like, this is fairly typical. If it relates to the number of votes, it's something you want to get out of the way before the voting happens.
Are you sure we couldn't do them at
Um,
the end then?
They
Yep.
are friendly to us, even if you
Yeah.
don't like them.
Yep. This is not the most important thing right now.
Yeah, this is the least important thing.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
Athels has been, while you've been muttering, she's been explaining like how she wants the war clan to have the rights of a major clan. Mother Gunbarg says, "You ask us now to accept you in our inner circle? What reason do you give us? And let any here who knows of the deeds and glory of these raiders to speak for or against them now."
I'm not saying anything.
I'll speak for them.
Athels,
I will as well.
As will I.
Stay right back here. Nope.
Nudge Hap really hard.
They were able
Yeah,
to
you
take
can
over
do
an
Gunbarg
entire
gestures.
Vander stronghold.
Yeah,
I don't
after
think anybody
putting
else has
her
ever
in
conquered
a
Rockpike.
We
Okay, yeah,
supported
well, they
them in
did-
that endeavor,
Mhm.
and we witnessed them tear down the walls of Rockpike. It's now Wolfpike. And the king that was hangs, or did, in the center of the city.
And they behaved with honor the entire time. There was no underhanded deeds there.
We had an honorable resolved blood pact. In my head, I'm like, shut up, Senric, because I'm sure he's freaking out.
Yeah.
I overhear this being
he's
like,
going
hey,
like,
this guy's stupid, almost died as a
they
blood
took
patch
my
thing."
home and they took over my castle and they renamed it. It was not fair, Adela. I did not like it.
Cole nudges Ada.
Oh,
He's like, do you want me to
Senric,
hand her?
what's it like to have your home destroyed? You.
um
Mhm.
you all hear as you're describing this how honorably and epically they conquered this Bander settlement. There's like cheers and like hammering on shields at all the right moments. There's a few people toasting and raising their eyebrows at that. Athel says, "This is true, and with the blessing of Hel and the wolves she bestowed upon us, we now have the might to become the cavalry we once were. We have shown our strength and our mettle, and we believe we have earned our status."
And Goomberg's reaction when they mention hell.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's reaction.
Mhm.
Insight check. Everybody can make this, all of you.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh." My character's not been really well. Frick, Karn could probably roll a better insight check than me.
Hang on 2 seconds.
Ooh.
Thank God, somebody.
Go
Lovely.
Ada. Go Ada.
It's only because I almost always use my
wary but respectful.
Interesting.
A lot of people don't actively worship Hel, but they give her her due. Like she's not a goddess you want to insult, being the goddess of the underworld. So, but they also don't seem to be like skeptical of the statement either. Mother Goombarg, says, let's see. One sec, I have to double check if this is up for a vote or not, or if she just gets to decide this unilaterally.
Ooh, I want that power.
I know, right?
That's very powerful.
Mhm.
It's like I can't.
Kidding.
My vote is 0, but I can determine how many votes get to be.
Kidding.
For total votes.
All clans in favor of granting the war clan status of major clan. And you see a unanimous vote. All of the clan leaders in favor. Welcome, Athels Vestum, clan of the war. Glory to you. And there's like, it's all very, what you kind of notice is like you get through the first petition is like, it's kind of like a courtroom proceeding, but also like, I mean, everything's a performance with these kinds of things. It's all about like showing off like your strength and your mettle and, but very, very formalized, kind of proceedings. A lot of flowery language that I am not quite good at, but like everything's like much more flowery than I'm able to really get it out as. All right. Next on the agenda, we would like to resolve the petition where the most harm has been done. The Orn clan has filed a petition against the Lutins, and as such you have a right to have your petition resolved first.
Did didn't we just talk about this like the other day about
You did
not?
talk about it with her. She doesn't care.
Okay. Cool. Also, it's just hitting me. I would like to point out after that first vote, it is literally hitting me that I'm here supposed to have influence, and yet we have 0 votes. Like none of us have like any votes or anything. Our own little group, we're just
Well, you have
like,
to be a clan leader to have a vote.
I know we have no votes,
Where
guys.
Barang?
That's why I asked if we
Are
could,
you
like,
in parliament?
you
We
have a
got nothing.
flag.
Flag.
I mean, technically,
Wow.
we're not Varang. You
Um,
guys are all part of the Orn
That's
now.
true.
You've been adopted, so technically, this involves your clan too.
Oda stands up. Your friend from the Orn clan. Her cheeks are very flushed, maybe with cold, maybe with tears. Her eyes also look a little glassy. It seems like she's been processing a lot over the past couple days. She stands and in a low but clear voice. We acknowledge the great loss we have suffered. We are waiting on a few key witnesses and would request that our petition be resolved later in the agenda, if at all possible. We defer to a later point in time.
I'm gonna scurry forward next to them and just be like, yes, we support. Also agree. Looking over at Cole, be like, get over here. That such damage requires the full weight of evidence that we wish to provide, and would like to give it its proper due. As you have said, it is the right as the one with most damage.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah, just pretend that Hap said that way better than I did. This is Hap being like, I got no vote. I gotta do some shit here. I have nothing else. Please. Okay.
Woo!
Nice.
23. I'm assuming Cole came up
23,
behind
very
me.
Yeah, he's there.
I love that.
I could do better, but whatever. It's inside.
Very well.
It's fine.
Very well. We will resolve this petition when you have brought your witnesses forth.
Great.
We appreciate your willingness to take the time to verify the truthfulness of the charge.
Awesome. Since I have scurried forward to say that, I also immediately regret it, because now I get to look over the Luton clan. What is their reaction? What is the Luton clan reaction
Good question.
here?
Could I also check that? Since I
me
was
too.
dragged along.
Yeah, I guess I'm like,
I've
okay
been
now.
in the front the
Yeah,
whole
insight
time.
checks all around.
23.
I knew my advantage would pay off at some point. Jesus.
I'm back at, yeah, okay. Well, I don't know why.
I'm exhausted.
I'm distracted.
Yeah, a few of the clan members seem kind of subdued. You see Medrash with kind of a scowl. I mean, he's always
That's his
scowling,
arc,
so I'm not
yeah.
sure how much store to say.
not.
Yeah, like, yeah, his scaly face just crinkled up. The clan leader, Kari Branisker, his face is kind of solemn, with if you got above a 16, or 16 or higher, there's a little hint of nervousness and apprehension that he's trying to hide.
Go figure.
Are any of them like talking amongst themselves, or like, like how much conversation is happening like within the clans as all this is going on?
There's a dull murmur here and there. The wind covers up any kind of whispering that people want to do. But for the most part, people seem to be sitting and listening.
Okay. Well, I'm still sending a Karn over there to listen in on the Lutens as this is going on. I want to hear if they say anything to each other. Go, baby.
I'm gonna whisper to Call. Do you think Medrash told them we were there?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. So.
Good to know.
Right. We have another petition that I believe will help make things run a bit more smoothly as we continue with the proceedings. Linyal Berghild of the Tavar. We offer our condolences. Your twin was a fine man, and we were very much unworthy of him. May he always be remembered. If any can shed light on Linyal Torkel's misfortune, please let them speak now.
Oh, I identified the thing, didn't I? Yep. I'll step forward. We spent yesterday speaking with many of the clan leaders. Berghild told us of their clan's misfortune, and we were able to also meet with Pro Longspear and understand more about what actually happened. And it seems that one of the items that was taken from the ships was I'm looking at Fearcat, was a dart that the Lutens are known to use. Not the Lutens, the Bander. I didn't say Lutens. The Bander are known to use. I myself was born Bander, and I was able to recognize and identify that it was poisoned. And we handed the evidence over to the safekeeping of Fearcat.
Yes, I can attest to the veracity of the evidence. It has been verified that this is indeed a Bandor poison dart, and I was present when the evidence was acquired. For Longspear, do you have anything to add to this claim? Yes, Fror, the dwarf Naddle clan leader, he stands up and says, my raid leader, Anvar. Well, which accent am I jumping into? I lost all my accents over the last 2
a lot of
weeks.
accents to handle today.
Right, shrimps on the barbie. There we go. There.
There,
Right
there
there.
it is.
There. It's right there.
There you go. Just had to put your finger on it.
Oh. Got my finger on it. Yep. Right. Our friend Envari did not mean to cause such offense. He did not poison the Lignol. He fought him honorably and lost the duel. Envari's brother lost the duel honorably. We will, of course, compensate the Tavar clan for the misunderstanding and for the loss they have suffered. Very well. The Natal clan will need to pay. Sorry. I believe you mentioned that Anvari's brother kept a few of the treasures in this dispute. Ensure that these treasures are returned to the Tavar clan as they rightly acquired it. Hror nods at that. And you see Hror and Berghild kind of make eye contact and just nod at each other. Just not like besties or anything like that, but like mutual respect, like, honor has been restored. And you see several of their clan members also kind of like looking kind of relieved that, like, okay, the truth was brought to light, like, there's no need for the clans to be mad at each other. So it seems to be more for like the benefit of the crowds than it was for the clan leaders. So Mother Goombar goes through a handful of other petitions that take they kind of get more and more boring as they go along. Again, it's trade routes and embargoes and treaties and tariffs and tithes and
Tariffs.
hoards and stashes. Yeah, I know. Go figure.
Oh.
They're like, no, tariffs are a horrible idea. We all unanimously
Tariffs
vote
are a
against it
terrible
because it's a
idea.
terrible
I
idea.
think it's awful.
Yeah.
That
So,
happened in the first place, actually. Who brought up the tariffs one? I would like to know. This is very important. Which clan was it?
Was it
is
Varang? Of course it was Varang.
Don't say that!
It
the
was-
Beastborn are part of the Varang! We're practically Varang!
It was me making a joke. Please do not put any stock behind it.
This is super critical. We need to know.
Headcanon says
Who
Nope,
is...
too late. You can headcanon whatever you want. I refuse to make anything concrete. Okay. After literally a couple hours of this, Irsa steps forward and is like, we will now have a respite. Everyone may visit the mead halls, converse. We will resume proceedings in an hour. And everybody starts to just kind of stand up, mill about, chit-chat.
Oh my god, the line at the mead halls could be so long if we're all going to the same mead hall. Is there a chance we could,
Luckily,
out?
Luckily, I brought snacks.
Can we duck out early and beat the
Oh, my
crowd?
favorite.
I wish I could eat snacks. You don't know how
Is
lucky
that
He
you are.
hands you all like some little fish pastries.
No. That's not what's happening. I'm gonna leave.
Can we talk to the Volve?
I was gonna go talk to the bull.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, I've already run away.
Of course you have.
I
Okay,
also.
Real quick, everybody make a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I
That's
just said
not-
make a
Natural
perception
20!
Nice.
It's an 18!
Amazing.
Wow.
The nat 20 was
I'm
the only one that
cursed.
succeeded.
Wow. First.
Wait, no, Nick got
So
a
this
21.
sucks.
Yeah,
Not natural though.
I know, the DC was 22.
Oh,
Oh wait, it would have been 22 if Hap was there.
it's true. If Hap hadn't
Oh,
run away
That's
already.
true. Right, you're
mhm.
using a sheet that doesn't add my plus
Okay.
1. So Nick,
Yeah, I do
Got
need
it.
to add
Yee.
that.
is it me?
You notice somebody milling about near the back, kind of looking around, like keeping their head low under their hood, just with really, really shifty eyes, glancing around, looking at all the different people in the different clans, and then darts out down one of the paths off the center, kind of striding off rather urgently.
I'm gonna literally just grab like Cullen Ada's hands and just pull them
Hmm.
behind me and say, "Look for cloak." What color was the cloak?
Grayish blue.
Kind of a gray blue cloak. Gray blue cloak. Look for cloak. Really, really shifty guy. Come on, we're going now.
Okay.
Yes, guy.
I-
Shifty.
I
That way.
poof story incidents, so I have help on any future perception checks.
Oh, that's right. Story's an owl right now. Couldn't Story?
Yeah, story is an
Can't
owl
Story
right
fly?
now.
Have Story fly. Can Story fly and
But I
look for
don't-
the guy?
She can. She doesn't know who she's looking for.
Blue cloak,
Okay,
head up, hood up, running.
Okay.
Yeah, Odrun, with your nat 20 still holding, you do actually see him, and you're able to kind of keep pace
That one!
as you trail behind him.
Over there! That one!
And you're able to point him out to the others.
Are you being subtle?
No.
Okay,
Not
so
So,
I know I like took off a little bit.
mm-hmm.
This is gonna be super weird, what I'm about to do here.
Okay.
I would like to jump in the water, transform into a halfling, climb out of the water, and act like I accidentally got knocked in. I'm not breathing underwater, so I had to do this real fast.
I love that. Oh my
Right.
God.
Put it to a halfling, please. Just straight
Okay,
up
so
alter
while
self.
you're seeing...
Oh, I was trying to take off before then. Also,
True.
my perception was like real low. Like all of my rolls, someone cursed me. I don't know what happened, but like, what is this nonsense? Thank God my charisma pulls through because nothing else is. Yeah, I was trying to take off before then, but yeah. I also, even though I am pretty fast, I'm blind to what's going on, and
Okay, so...
it might have struck me that us, the fate bearers, charging through this crowd is a little weird. So I would like to be a halfling, please.
Okay. Alright, you are a dripping wet halfling.
Great, great. A car
But
can go
you
up in the
managed
air and
to,
figure out where they are.
get yourself out of the water.
Love it.
Great. A car can go up in the air and figure
yeah.
out where they are. As I like orient myself. So at a more subdued pace,
No. Odrin's just
I'm
grabbing
gonna.
everything.
Well, you grabbed Ada and Cole specifically, so.
I know, because I thought you'd left. So.
Exactly. Exactly.
I thought you'd left.
And then,
so
obviously,
I expected Cole to
you
grab
attract.
you.
Oh well. Can't do that when you got a barbarian grabbing you, right?
My speed is reduced, so I'm lagging a bit.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh no.
It's fine. Ada's very used to being manhandled, so just throw her over your shoulder or something.
No! No.
Okay. So to clarify, Hap, are you with the rest of the party now?
No, I'm not. I am trailing behind, less obvious as a, like, fate bearer charging through a crowd kind of thing. I have a Karn in the air. I just gonna have a Karn in the air, like, figuring out what's going on. I got a little disoriented. I meant to do the whole halfling thing prior to all of this anyway, so I'm, like, a little disoriented. Being like, well, I want to do this, but now where I'm doing with this seems to be a little bit a dilemma. So, yeah,
Right.
I might be jogging instead of full-on blasting through a crowd. I'm just a little halfling just jogging along here. Weaving through the Risa clan legs, it's all good. They got halflings, it's fine. They won't step on me, right?
Right.
They're used to that. Please don't step on me, Risa clan. Just jogging through,
The
being like,
hooded
I don't know what's going
figure.
on.
The hood figure actually ends up moving away from the mead halls, and heads towards the less populated, almost empty at this point, side of Drift Hall. Whoop! Sorry, that was not. I forgot this. I need to get this track out of it. That was like, wait, that was.
Okay.
That track is fired.
Then he turns into a Tarrasque and we're all dead.
But...
Yeah.
That was not. No, it was not nearly that exciting. Sorry.
Darn.
I'm so sorry. Okay. In a very vacant part of Drift Hall, in the Hallharn district, you see this hooded figure finally stop on right in the middle of the Hallharn section. He glances around and does see you approach, because I'm assuming you're not really stealthing because you're just kind of sprinting after.
No, I just kind of sprinted after him because I'm like, scary guy!
Yeah. You see him holding some kind of glowing reddish orange gem in one of his hands. Everybody roll initiative, because even if you're not trying to start combat, this is a quick time event.
What?
Okay.
Okay. Not what I'd intended, but okay.
I didn't roll it with his little thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
To get myself from there. Oh no, I'm already
Oh,
on
I
there.
didn't
Oh, I think I have your.
select himself.
Yeah, I have your tokens there.
You do. It just it says no valid token was selected.
Let's see.
Yeah, I
I'm
did
gonna
the same
try.
thing.
Did you click on the
from-
token?
I did now,
Okay.
I rolled the same thing twice.
but I had a 14.14. So
Okay. I can add you. You said you had a 14.14?
yes.
Okay. Do. Okay. All right. So, so this guy over here is the hooded figure that you see. And yeah, he's holding some kind of glowing gem in just an outstretched hand. Hap, you are up first. So we have Hap,
Okay.
Odrun, Cole, Ada, and then the hooded figure.
Okay, well, I'm arriving onto this scene being like, what the hell is going on here? So, like, we're pretty certain that that glowing orb is dangerous and possibly explosive, correct?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes, that.
Okay, my dumb squirrel brain, that's what my dumb squirrel brain is thinking right now. So, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, and you're not gonna see little me, that was apparently trying to be a halfling, that gets melted away as I sprint forward. What do I need to make happen if I try to use Mage Hand with Akarn's help to grab that?
Okay,
How would
say
that
that
work?
again. You want Akarn to help you grab something?
Well,
You want Akarn to grab it, or?
Well, I would like this to be a collaborative effort between my Mage Hand and Akarn's help here to grab the gem. And if I grab the gem, I am also satisfied with knocking the gem into the water. So either grabbing it or knocking the gem in the water. I just don't know what would make that happen here.
So this is going to be a.
I have to move.
This is going to be a contested sleight of hand check, and yeah, you need to be within range if you're going to do Mage Hand.
Yeah, so I'm going to move. So I have 35. No, I have 40 feet of movement. I keep forgetting. I have 40 feet of movement. So how would that move? How would moving? I just have to make sure I count for these ladder things. Like, but can I go straight across like that? Or do I have to like angle it?
As long as you're able to jump the distance, which those are like kind of negligible distances right there. You can go across like that straight line that you have there.
Okay, so I'll just do that. I'll go over there then. I think that's where I was over here. And I should be... Yeah, I'm within 30 feet now. To use Mage Hand with the Karn's help. Do I get advantage because I have Karn's help then?
Let's see, I said sleight of hand?
Yeah, contested sleight of hand.
Yeah, with the Karn helping, yeah, this can be an advantage.
Okay. Am I good at sleight of hand? I should have actually, like, asked that first. Oh, I'm not super great. Okay, wish me luck, dice gods. Please.
Alright, let me roll.
So that is 16.
Okay, and he's gonna do sleight of hand to try to keep it. And that's an 18.
Okay, well, that sucks.
So he does manage to keep the gem in his hand.
That's stupid. I hate that. So, bonus action. I'm gonna do Vitality with the Ironwood.
Okay.
Vitality of the Ironwood. So just, protect myself a little bit more as I'm now in range. Oops.
No.
As I, yeah,
Okay.
as I stare down the sky.
Uh,
Do I recognize this guy? Do we recognize him?
He looks like you might have seen his face before. It's gonna take a check to see if you know for sure.
Okay. All right.
It's not somebody whose name you know. Oh, Droon, you're up.
Wait,
Okay.
Nick.
I'm gonna move
I was
closer.
just
Oh, sorry. Yes?
no,
Oh,
you're
what?
okay. I was just wondering. Part of the alert feed is I can swap initiative with anybody who's willing. I was wondering if I could swap initiative with Ada,
Oh, sure.
if that's still okay. I know we've already started.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep, that's fine.
I'm gonna swap initiative with Ada for now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move my movement up to. Oh, come on! I want to select my token. Why can't I select my token? I
Oh,
can't
sorry.
move myself.
Where are you trying to go?
I'm just trying to go.
Let me move you.
Straight
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just trying to go straight forward. Like basically, if we go north 35 feet,
Okay.
I'll
5,
end up like
10,
3
15,
like in front of
20,
Hap
30,
basically.
35.
And then
Mhm.
I'm gonna see if I recognize this guy. And I'm just gonna shout out, what are you doing? Why are you being so damn sketchy? So, do I recognize the guy?
He. The hood's covering most of his face. It would take perception or investigation to really try to figure it out.
I might as well try. Alright. Hang on 2 seconds. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Okay, so perception, sure, why not? They're both the same. Hi. I'm not very perceptive.
You're not sure.
Just the one.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Ada.
I'm gonna take 2 steps forward, and I have one big move. I'm going to try to cast Hold Person. It's a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Okay. Come on, let me do the thing.
Oh, so he didn't answer me when I asked him why he was being so damn sketchy?
He said absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Damn it.
Kind of figured.
Alright,
Ooh,
and that's a 16.
if I have inspiration, can I make him re-roll?
Yes.
I'm gonna do
Yeah, I
that.
believe that's how it works. Okay.
Nice.
Alright. Wisdom save, DC 15.
Yeah.
And that is an 8. What happens?
He's paralyzed. He can't move.
Beautiful.
I think it's that like really creepy feeling, but it's like it seizes his joints and he just cannot move.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Very nice. Cull, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and jump 30 feet just to get in between Odrun and Hap.
Yep.
Oh, what's my DC? I think I'm just gonna try and use suggestion. And just kind of
Okay.
hone it in and tell him,
He
don't
is
move
paralyzed
whatsoever.
for
Can
a
he break
minute.
out of it? Okay, for a minute. Okay.
At the end of
I
each
did-
of
Well,
its
you can-
turns, it repeats its save. Oh, he gets to save again in a second.
Yeah, but at the end of his turn.
Okay, then I think I'm just gonna go another 30 feet and dash. Where does that
Okay.
get me? 1, 2, 3. Like, is it like around there?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Okay. And I'll just
Yep.
leave it at that.
let me make that wisdom save at the end of the hooded figure's turn. That is a 12. He is still paralyzed, still held.
Nice.
Yay.
All right, Hap.
Okay, well. If he's paralyzed, can I mage hand a gem now?
It's gonna be the same. Ooh. Can you
But
just
he's
peel it from his frozen
paralyzed.
little fingers?
I'm about to
And
say.
And it's not contested, so you could automatically succeed.
I mean, is it even a roll at that point?
It's not. He's held.
Great.
He's fully paralyzed.
I'm gonna, instead of me doing it, I'm gonna have a card grab it and then fly up in the air, like just straight up in the air.
So Odrun sees this gem just shoot straight up in the air.
Yeah.
We all
Okay.
see it.
Yep.
Well,
We
no,
all see
you
Yeah, it
probably,
goes straight up in the air.
The thing is that when a Karn probably was helping. Actually, no, a Karn was invisible the whole time. There did no spells. If a Karn grabs it, does it also turn invisible? That's the weird thing about invisibility. If a Karn grabs it, does it turn invisible?
Technically, so Odrun, what you see is it starts to like raise, and then it just kind of fades into the air.
Fuck, where did he go?
I'm just
And you
gonna
see
yell at,
Hap's
"Don't
like
worry!"
mage hand prying open the fingers, and it like raises up and disappears.
Yeah, and you just hear, I'm just gonna yell, it's like, "It's okay, guys! I got it!"
You've got
Yeah,
it.
a Karn's gonna
What?
shoot. A Karn is just like gonna be
there.
as high up in the air as a Karn can go with it, because I don't trust this thing. So it's just up there.
Should we figure out what it is?
And also a way, like, if a Karn for some reason drops it, it's gonna drop in the water, not over the boats. So like a diagonal. That's where a Karn's going. So Karn's just hovering
Okay, so
over the
real
water.
quick, before he has a chance to shake it off again, what do you all want to do?
I am up.
I'm gonna go up and grab the fucker and pull off his hood.
That too.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping.
I'm
Okay,
not
so
getting
as
an arm's
you-
reach of this person.
I'm gonna make my way over.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the high tension music.
Is anybody
Um,
checking if they have any marks on them or anything?
As soon as I pull off the hood, yes.
Okay, so as not that one. A little darker. So as sorry, I hit the wrong button. Oh my goodness. I need the loop button, not the fade out button. Okay. So a few things happen at once. Number one, Colt, you fully get him tied up before he has a chance to, like, you're able to use your full action on that. He's very much tied up, completely unresisting. Odrun, you get the hood down and you see a few river whalebone toggles on the cloak. And you get a closer look at the face, and you almost think for a second that it's Had, the guy you took your ship from.
Yeah.
But you realize it's not him, but it is somebody who looks related to him.
Is it his brother?
Didn't he have a brother who like died or something?
Yeah, he killed his brother.
His brother died.
Did he not actually kill his
But
brother?
you can.
Maybe he has another brother.
You-
Did anybody ever think that?
He does look
Cousin.
related, at least somehow. He looks related. That's what I can give you. But you are right that his brother did for sure die. And yeah, so, and I think it's probably Hap and Cole that probably have the best view of the back of his head. And as Odrun pulls the cloak down, you see on the back of his neck inky bramble.
Ooh.
Fucking
How
hell.
bad is it?
And as the spell, as he ultimately, after a few more seconds, shakes off the spell and comes back to himself, the hold person spell. He's like, wait, let me go! Let me go!
No.
Not until you tell me what you're doing. And even then, I might not.
Give it back to me!
Give what back?
Give me back
What
my
is it?
flame stone!
It's a
Flamestone.
flamestone.
What's a flame
Do I know
stone?
what that is?
A flame stone is a gem that functions as a fire starter.
So
An
what?
incendiary device.
What do you plan to do with it?
Yeah, it's a. Give it back to me!
That's not an answer.
No.
Okay.
He seems to be struggling quite a bit. You also notice like these bags under his eyes. He looks a little bit pallid and sickly. And little bit like he hasn't been eating very well at all.
Does he
I
look
to
as
approach
bad
and
as...
go through all his pockets.
Does he look as bad as Sindri looked?
Not quite. He doesn't have the same kind of glassy eyes, like the completely blank eyes like Sindri had. But he certainly doesn't look well.
I would like to search his pockets.
I'd like to cast Charm
let's
Person.
see.
There we go. I was hoping
Okay.
somebody had that.
All right. Let me resolve that in a second. Hap, you find 2 more flame stones in his pockets.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. That's not what I was hoping for. I was hoping for an Ironheart seed before Odrun eats it, but okay. Sure. Flame stones.
Alright.
He was also wielding what looks like a very lovely battle axe. It looks like a very ceremonial nattle axe with like a hilt of whalebone. It has some like family insignias on it. Okay, so charm person is which save?
Another wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay. DC 15.
Ugh.
That's a nat 20.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
He looks at you and just kind of shakes it off.
Do you think the Volve would have something stronger than we do? If we were to take them to them?
Oh. Yeah, let's start there before I use all my stuff.
Let's get this little fucker
Hey.
over to the Volve.
Does he look like a big fighter, or do you think we can easily carry him?
Between all of you, you can for sure, like,
Okay.
especially since he's restrained, yeah, you can all manage him. He's certainly struggling plenty, and putting up quite a fuss. Mostly just, let me go, give me back my flamestone.
No.
I wonder if you only had 3.
I'm not helping carry him, but I just keep saying no every time he asks for something.
Do you think somebody could run ahead and grab Fearcat just in case he does get loose so that we have a witness?
Perhaps you should do that. I'm very slow today.
Oh, but
Please.
Ada, I
Please.
wanted you to tell me
Please.
how these worked. I would have hold up a flamestone. I would have looked up at
Driscoll is
Ada.
not that big. You're all, like, already
Okay.
halfway there.
Alright.
Oh,
I would be
okay.
like, Ada, how do these work?
I don't know, Hap. I don't know everything.
You're very unhelpful. You didn't even try.
Well, I
I'm
got
like,
a nat
shit, like,
1
you
on
didn't
the
even
Arcana
try.
check earlier. I feel like I don't
That
know.
is true. Hap, go ahead and roll either Arcana or Investigation on these flamestones.
I would like to point out, a Karn is still way better at that. I wish sometimes I wish we could change places. Alright, you said what?
Careful what you wish for.
I could fly then. And
Yeah,
what I
Investigation
could
or
do-
Arcana.
Yeah, I'm gonna do investigation
more of a
because
terror.
let's be real.
God.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
honestly a scary
see?
threat now that I know you could follow through on it.
Okay, I would like to point
Yeah,
out that like I'm able to fly and turn invisible at will, so you know. You win.
Yeah,
I
you're not
dare
sure
you.
how these work. You're not sure how they work. They seem volatile. so be
Okay.
careful.
I'm gonna
Um,
take back the one from a Karn. Suddenly I have 3 flame
Yeah.
stones. Don't question it. It's all good.
yeah, this does
I'm
not
keeping
surprise me
them.
that you ended up with the flame stones.
I wanted an Ironheart seed.
Well,
Nope,
it looks
sorry.
like you just prevented us from being killed, so that's kind of a good, second prize.
I mean, you're assuming these aren't planted somewhere else.
No,
Like, for all
I'm
we
assuming
know, our...
these were meant to incinerate something that's already been planted.
Hey, random guy that we just picked up
Because they're
here.
just fire
Can you
starters, right?
activate these from a distance? Do you have to be touching them when they're activated? Like, how do these work?
Are they like magical flint?
He just keeps shouting, "Let me go."
Very
he seems to
He's been
be.
too far gone to answer at this point.
That's fair.
Are these
Anybody else
more
want to
like
interact?
fireballs or like flower bombs?
Firebolt.
But yeah, what's that?
um.
Flame
I mean, you could always
arrows?
ask somebody who uses common magic items when you get there.
Yeah. Well,
You
I
do
wish,
actually
but Ada was
see
very unhelpful.
I didn't know.
you do see wisest Irsa talking with Mother Goonbarg at the center at the Mother's Eye.
Wisest,
A few
Mother.
seer guards, including Fiercat, are there.
People we were looking
We could
for.
use both of you, actually.
Help, please.
Wisest
Help.
Mother Gunbarg, if you don't mind, can we get some help from the seer guards to hang on to this person?
Please. Immediately.
Yeah, Irsa immediately nods and summons a couple others over. A lot of other people seem to be turning at the howling, restrained man that you all have dragged in here.
And I just
They're
kind
like,
of, as they grab him, I kind of pull his head down and show the mark to the Wisest and Mother Gunbarg. Say,
We've
this is
seen
the
this
mark
before.
of the Ironwood Witches. This is the beginning of it, basically. It's not quite as advanced as we've seen it. But, judging by the fact that this one is completely unresponsive to anything we've done besides restraining him, I get the feeling he is under their influence. Not only that, apparently, my friend Hap there has some little fire stones there. Apparently he was intending on setting fire to something.
I'm gonna look at you slightly betrayed. It's like, don't tell them about my firestones.
You're
setting
very
fire
good.
to what?
We don't know.
We aren't
but
sure.
Don't know.
One thing that we haven't
We
told
have-
you yet is we
It
did
just
have.
Where
happened
was
last
this?
night.
What?
It was.
Sorry. What was
Where did
that
this
question?
happen?
Where did this happen?
Oh, it was.
Just now, as we were all leaving, he was acting quite shifty, and we chased him down and caught him.
No,
we also
where? What part of Drift Hall?
On a Hallharn ship.
On the Hallharn ships. We chased him to Hallharn, but he is Natal. That much we know, and he's the brother of what's his ass that
Not,
took a ship.
not the brother, maybe related.
Or related
I
to
don't think that's I don't know, but our ship's relevant.
Our
That was a
ship's
long time
Not
ago.
that
No. The more relevant piece of this is that last night we all had the same vision, and we didn't quite put all of that together until just now that we all had the same dream of Drift Hall going up in flames, like horrible. Every
big
ship
explosion.
is destroyed. Flames.
All
We're
right.
trying to do Unity, and we just feel like, there's a Natal member trying to explode the hall.
It's the witch. It's fine.
Yeah,
we've
still witches.
kind of already shown it's probably the witches.
Yeah, Natal clan apparently aligning with the witches. We gotta spin this, guys.
Don't
Please.
I think this is a matter for. I think this is a matter for all the clan leaders to resolve. Let's get back to it.
Oh, what are we gonna do
And that's where we're gonna
snacks?
take a break.
Snacks.
This poor man.
All right, we're gonna be back in about 8 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll see what happens next. we are back. Welcome back. All right. So, y'all had a busy lunch break. You did not get to eat your lunch. But you did stop an arson attempt. So, and you have now brought the culprit to the clan leaders for judgment. They give you a chance to pretty much explain everything you just told to Mother Gunbarg and your wisest. And they have managed to get a gag on this guy, so at least you don't have to like yell over him. But he doesn't seem to have stopped his protests. You the clan leaders all seem very outraged. Mother Gunbarg seems concerned because it was a Hallharn ship that got attacked. But all of the clan leaders seem to be just outraged at this like blatant act of aggression at Drift Hall. Hjordis, the Risa clan leader, she booms out, "He ought to be executed immediately." And Hror says, "I agree."
Shouldn't I raise my staff?
Mm.
Shouldn't we try to understand why he was doing what he was doing? And it seems like it's connected to the Ironwood Witches.
What? Hror seems curious. What do the Ironwood Witches have to do with this?
Oh, well, in our
Sorry.
travels oh, you're okay. In our travels we've encountered one who identified herself as an Ironwood Witch, and she had people enthralled with the same marking on the back of their neck.
Mother Gunbarg nods. We shall give him a chance to speak. She, well, a seer guard, goes up and takes the gag off. By the way, in the process of all this, you find out that, this is Had's cousin, Nar. N-A-R.
Arnar.
That's just straight from the book, I know. I'm
Arnar.
like, how long will it take somebody to say Arnar?
way too.
You
quick.
inadvertently
It sounds
walked
better in
right
an
into
Australian accent because,
Arnar.
yeah, no, in Australian it comes out nah.
Nah.
Like,
That's true.
my
It
cousin
does-
nah.
It does sound better, actually.
Yeah.
Just not like you're saying nah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, sorry, just double checking my notes.
Your yards.
My
Sorry.
notes. No.
I'm sorry. That was bad.
Just double checking, sorry. Nar starts shouting out, "We ought not to have Longspear as the leader of this clan. It ought to have been my father. He was next in succession. He stole it. Wasn't
I wanna make an
right."
insight check.
Go for it.
Same.
Yep, anybody wants to.
Question, if I may, also, do we know much about Natal's succession? Do we know if that's true?
I bet there's a contest involved.
I think you're right. Okay, yeah.
Fearcat leans over and she's like, "It is true. He did have somebody in his family that was Lim and his father was the suspected heir. But it is an elected position, and Hror Longspear won it fair and square. I suppose it subverted expectation enough. Okay, so the inside check, yeah, Cole, you're not sure 100%. Ada, this guy is still being influenced magically. Like, what he's saying is not making sense. Like, this doesn't seem like a big enough reason for him to set fire to the Hallharn ships. Like, these things are not related.
Didn't think that's the whole truth.
What makes you say that?
Feeling?
Okay. Can they?
I would like a card to go use heart sight on them.
Mm.
Kind of sneak over there, little buddy. Tell me what you're feeling.
Um. It gets their emotional state, and there's a save to get their alignment.
Yes. But Celestials, Fiends,
Okay.
and Undead automatically fail the saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, Akarn relays that, there's, some inner turmoil going on. Like, there's, little fiery flame of anger that's being fanned aggressively. It starts to like trickle down and fade a little bit, and it keeps getting fanned higher and flares up again.
Does this feel to a Karn, who, by the way, is smarter than me, different, like, from how emotions usually feel? Like, do they feel that this is, like, an influence that is separate from the person that's fanning those flames, in a way?
I'll let Akarn make either an Arcana check or an Insight check for that.
Well, they're better at both. We'll do the intelligence. Ha! 17! I knew Akarn was smarter than me.
Yeah, it doesn't seem natural.
Okay.
The emotions are exaggerated.
Okay.
Why is this...
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I'd like to propose that to fully understand what's happening, we should probably remove the influence of that mark. I'm taking a shot in the dark here.
I had the same thought.
How would we do that?
Irsa brings a couple of the Volve over to her. They examine the marking on his neck and start like whispering to each other. Because it looks like everybody's in support. Like, if there's some kind of magic here, they want to get rid of it.
Some support. We're influential. Obviously.
Yeah. This magic may be able to be dispelled, but we'll need to perform a ritual. It will require some gems. Just any kind of gems that can channel magic.
Really?
They have somebody bring an urn with a variety of herbs in it. They seem to be asking for 100 gold pieces worth of gems, basically.
I'm gonna like tug on Ada and be like, is that normal?
Very.
I didn't need any gems to get rid of magic. Oh well, maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Who's your better Hap?
Do you know how to get rid of magic?
Have...
I'm asking
Are we
Hap,
is
not
Is it gonna
Ada.
rain anytime soon? Is that storm cloud coming in anytime soon, by the way?
That's what I thought.
Uh-huh.
Are we expected to contribute?
Okay. Nobody else is coughing up gems.
Okay.
I think we'll probably like rich in tithing.
I
Well,
think
we're
didn't we
not gonna
take some gems from their place?
yeah.
Kind of.
I think we
I
have
think we
plenty.
did.
Mhm.
We kind of did.
I
We
mean,
can
I
I
think we
could
dig
try
have.
to
back.
do it without the gems instead. What
Oh,
do you
I
think?
don't trust that.
I don't trust that. I don't think you want to do that in front of everyone, do you?
Let's just give him the gems.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the money.
We've already done a lot of things in front of these people. I don't think that's gonna be the
What's
thing that.
what's some
Alright.
gems, man?
Well,
They'll give us more.
Um,
They might reimburse us.
True.
they start chanting over him. And I don't know if I picked too aggressive of a track, but we'll roll with it. They start a fire in the herbs that are in this clay urn that they've assembled. They put the gems into it. They start chanting. Their voices all pile onto each other. And fire and purple smoke rolls out from the urn, and it covers Nar, who is now like lying on the stone ground. Um, his anger and rage kind of fall away, and it's immediately replaced by fear and like dread and terror. And he starts shrieking out, but at times it almost seems like his voice is like layered or like oddly echoed with another, just kind of echoing out across the water. And finally, the Volve finish chanting, and when their droning ends and the smoke wafts away, the fire in the urn is extinguished, and Nar's eyes look clearer, and they fill with tears. I I almost hurt. I didn't want to do that. I. She said that that she could help me become the next lineal, and that I could restore my family's honor, and. Um. I couldn't control myself. I don't know. He seems to be really stumbling over his words. He doesn't seem to want to talk all that much.
Who is this she you're talking about?
A halfling woman I met in my travels.
Where?
She gave such. I don't remember. She was just giving me all this nice advice, and then she took me to a grove of trees somewhere in the north coast and into this strange wooden building, and then I can't remember much after that, but I couldn't control my own body, and then I was here.
What was she gonna have you do?
Set fire to as many ships as possible.
You know why?
First, I had to burn first the Halhan, then Nettle, then Tavar. Risa if I could get to it, then Luton. All of them, until all of Drifthall burned.
She tell you why?
I don't know, it was all so confusing. I thought she made me think that it was gonna help me and my family, and got all twisted and messed up in my head. I don't know what she really wanted. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
These don't look like enough flamestones to burn down all of Drifthall. Are there more somewhere else?
I don't think so.
are you
I
planning on?
insight check.
It's like, how are you planning on
Yeah,
setting these
anybody wants
off?
to do an insight check.
Okay.
Might as well try. Eventually, I'd get something right. Are you? You know what? I give up, man. I give up.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth. It does seem like he was going for, like, bigger awnings, larger stretches of wood, in areas that weren't as populated at the moment. So stuff where you could just set a small fire and just let it spread before people noticed. Yeah.
What? You said you were in a strange wooden building.
Yeah.
Did it look like a really weird multi-story house? In the middle
Is
of
there
a
a
big
squirrel?
spooky wood?
Yeah. This big interior chamber and a big stone altar.
Uh-huh. Do you remember where that was? Or at least where you started?
I mean, I was somewhere along the northern coast, but I don't know, I feel like we were in a lot of different places in really quick succession. Like, it was like we were going through the trees. Like not walking through the forest. I mean like walking directly into a tree and coming out somewhere else.
Huh.
Oh.
Have we heard of that kind of magic before?
I think I'm eventually gonna hear that kind of magic.
Yeah, I mean, I know the spell.
Yeah, roll an Arcana check.
Okay, just for fun.
I
Check two.
know. Does Ada know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my
Can I-
second nat one on Arcana today.
Oh no.
Would I have any
Aw.
familiarity about any of that, considering I will be able to do something similar to that?
I got a 15.
I don't know how that works.
Let's see. Hap, your check can be Arcana or History or Nature.
Love how you
Yeah, any one of
managed to
those.
find 3 things that I have. Absolutely, they're all the same. They are all the same. I'll do nature though.
I can't make it a deception check.
Can I roll Arcana as well?
That is the best
Sure.
roll I've done.
Can I make a deception
Okay. I don't know help.
Okay. Yeah, so first off, Odrun, you have a faint memory of one of your ancestors meeting somebody who knew how to cast a spell that would allow them to transport via plants.
Okay.
Hap, you are pretty sure that there's something about the Ironheart trees. That what you've been learning from interacting with the trees, there's something about how, like, they're all connected. So there's something different about the trees themselves that's innate to how those trees work that might be contributing to this.
Makes sense. My trees are
Because
powerful.
Ironhearts are special.
Yes, of course. That tracks.
Well, what should we do with him?
Well,
Kari
determines if we
Brannisker
think
speaks
he's-
up.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna pull Cole to the side a little bit. I'm just gonna pull him to the side. And we're gonna like kind of talk to each other as this going on. Okay. Cole, we have a little bit of a problem.
Okay.
Whatever we do to this guy might be what the Lutens will try to do when we bring up our problem against them. Because they're gonna claim the same thing.
I was thinking the same.
So we're having a little bit of a problem. The Loons are going to claim that this was all some sort of enchantedly influenced accident,
And then
whatever.
they'll skirt away with no repercussions.
Exactly. So whatever we do, I don't know what to do, but whatever we do, they are going to try to do something similar.
I'll talk out loud.
I'm just like, to me, call out to the side, just like,
Oh, I figured you were signing.
Oh, we
two
could
of
do that.
you.
It's a probably a mix. You know, it's
Yeah.
probably like when you know
Yeah,
several
probably.
languages and you're like, for random. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Just like mumbling off to the
Polyglots
side
over
here.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we harmed no one,
That
would
we
he
know
be
of.
exiled? No, true.
Okay. Cole,
He
I have
hasn't
an idea.
necessarily. He hasn't done anything yet. He was just about to, but
Okay.
Sindri did.
Okay,
The effect
cool.
of the
I
action.
have an idea. Alright, Cole,
Okay.
here's my idea.
Are you
So,
talking to us or just him?
I'm just talking to him right now, because I'm
We're not
not telling
included.
you.
My bad.
Cole, I have an idea. What if, so he was under the influence, right?
Mhm.
And he was working alone under the influence. But like the Luton clan, like they only had like one person under the influence and a lot of people involved that weren't under the influence. So it's different in terms of accountability, right? Right? I don't know if finger guns is gonna translate to sign very well. But I'm just like
guns in this world.
Finger guns.
Finger
Hey!
crossbows.
Hey!
God, finger
So,
crossbows.
the thing
Is
is
that-
like he was working alone and everyone involved, aka only him, was under the influence. Whereas the Luton Clan guys, like they could have stopped their person at any point. Like, do you think that's gonna work in the argument?
What I'm.
We're just two dumb people
I-
talking to each other.
Yeah. I was wondering the same thing. I'm wondering how aware the Naddle were of his disappearance. What did they think happened to him? He just left all of a sudden? Because Sindri was with the Lutons the entire time. Their just disregard for whatever he was doing, I feel it deserves its own kind of punishment.
Yeah, if you think somebody doing something crazy is actually normal, you gotta question your perception of what crazy is. Okay, let's
Maybe,
try.
hear me out. We should tell Ada and Odrun about this.
You tell
Okay, I will. And he goes and, hey, okay, sorry.
They're just
Planning.
like waiting on us over there. We're just like, what's that?
Just yoink
What's
into
that?
Just a minute. Conference.
relaying everything just said.
Quick question.
Not signing.
Did you
Oh.
did anybody hang out with you during this whole thing? I'm just like looking over at Nar over there. I mean, it looks like you were acting alone. Were you like alone since meeting this halfling woman? Like anyone from the Naddle clan? Was like guys from the Naddle clan. Anyone like associate with him a lot? Like associate.
I've been pushing my friends away for a few months since I met her, yeah.
How did you get here? Like, did you like have a rowboat on your own or something? Like,
The Naddle clan are hosting.
I know, but you know, you still gotta get on a boat to get here. Like, did you just like
Just come with the
just
Naddle.
hopped on? Okay, okay,
Yeah, I
cool.
I feel like
came with the fleet.
All right, back into the little mini conference here. I'm like, why did nobody ever catch this guy? Like, nobody felt this guy was weird. Does he have like no friends who recognize when weird shit's happening?
well, if we're
Well, we
worried
can
about what's
ask.
going to happen with the Luton, it's a completely different situation. Yes, he was enthralled. He didn't hurt anyone. They killed an entire clan off nearly.
Yeah.
The,
And they're
the
gonna argue
effect-
that this guy was gonna try to destroy like 10 clans.
He was gonna
Yes,
do
I
very
did.
similar things. He just didn't have anybody with him. And I think that's the point: is that nobody thought
Nobody
to hold him
enabled him.
accountable. An
So I'm trying
entire
to figure
clan
out.
knew
Well-
what he was doing.
You could always keep yourselves out of the decision and leave it up to his clan leader.
It's Rolf
That
just sneaking
actually
up behind us?
wasn't- That actually
Rolf
wasn't
is always
odd.
here.
He just
Part of
kind
the
of,
huddle.
Hulk
Rolf
smash.
kind of like drifts in
Grab.
sometimes. Like,
That actually
just
was
slides down the bench
was
towards
a
you.
thought is let his clan leader hold him accountable, because if we also let the clan leader take accountability for this person, that would set the precedent for the rules as well.
I agree.
Drew, you're so
Mean to
smart.
take accountability.
Ah, blame Rolf. Rolf had the beginnings of it, so
I don't know.
turn around. If we may, what we are suggesting is that his clan leader take accountability and handle this. If we may suggest that.
Mother Goonbar looks over at Hror Longspear and who nods back at her in agreement. She says, "Very well. Nar of the Natal Clan. Clan? Yep.
I think it'd be
Do you know how hard it is?
Would it be Clint?
Scottish and Australian are in opposite directions on the like, I have to go like through 4 or 5
True.
different accents to get to and
Mhm.
from them. I cannot.
Mhm.
Okay,
You're doing fabulously. I mean, you really
Amazing.
are.
I'm getting there.
You're doing it.
All right. So, the leader of the Natal clan will see to his fate. Nar is escorted over to the Natal section, and kind of is flanked by 2 very burly-looking Natal raiders, who just kind of sit him towards the back of the group. Sort of like, we'll deal with you later kind of thing.
Action.
All right. Now our break was interrupted. So feel free to finish getting whatever you needed before we resume. You all can get a lunch.
Yay.
Get a short rest.
Yeah, and a short
I-
rest. Yeah.
I turn to everyone and I go, how did we get out of that house unscathed?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
The trees
Does-
like me.
Are you sure it didn't have anything to do with your snake person in your head?
I was wondering if it was just
What is
Siobhan.
that?
Oh,
I don't think the
that's
that was
snake
my
person
fault
liked
too.
that.
I forgot
Oh, right, we
Siobhan was
forgot.
there.
Siobhan was the reason the lady freaked out, you know?
It is the reason she kind of bugged out in the first place, huh?
So,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe why?
Siobhan seems to have a bigger part in this that she or us don't know about.
I think she has a bigger part, and I think the Volve are not telling us something about her.
Well, no shit. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go sidle over to the Volve and be like, can you teach me that ritual?
Me as well, but for different reasons.
I would like.
Oh, I'm just following this whole
Your
situation 'cause
reasons.
I'm curious.
I'm following
What are
along
your
too,
reasons?
just for fun. Just to
We're a pack.
Okay. Y'all gotta like stop stalking me over here.
Huh?
You always try to follow me. I go
Well,
off
you're
somewhere.
You've ran
following
away
them.
at least twice.
Exactly,
front
I
of
got
Paul.
to. You're just like,
Wait,
oh.
they're following you. I'm just following them. I don't want to be alone with all these people.
That's okay, Odru.
Oh no. This is not your
Okay,
environment at
no.
all.
No, you say that
Okay,
you're
but you're
amongst
asking-
trees, so am I.
Okay, so you're asking the Volp if they
Shit.
can teach you that ritual?
Yeah, I want to learn that ritual.
Wait, me too.
Yeah.
It's really
Um,
funny. Like, Adrud is very unmagical in this particular way, and so this is gonna be like, what are you doing?
Oh, Drew's
And
gonna
I
be
am?
sitting there like,
You are just
Honey.
my friend. You can do whatever you want.
Oh. it was half improvisation, to be honest, but we'll tell you what we were able to learn from the process. Um, it'll take some time, but perhaps later this evening or even tomorrow.
Wait, did you just make this up just now?
No. No, but the book does not give very clear mechanics about how it works.
Well, no, I was talking to
It's
the
not a
both.
spell. There's not a spell stat block for it. It just describes like a group of people doing a ritual with some herbs in an urn, and there's fire and like 100 gold worth of gems. So it doesn't say what level caster you have to be or how many people you need or like what the
Okay.
casting time. It's not a spell.
I really
So
wish I had a chance
if
to
I'm
kind of
gonna
tell this.
if I'm gonna have you do it, first off you're gonna have to take the time to learn it and understand it. Um, but also it's probably going to be more of a skill challenge where you have to do a series of like checks and saves and that kind of thing to because it's more like they describe it as like calling a soul back and supporting the soul's inner conflict. Um, helping the soul fight off the infection. Um, so it's more of a
That's what we're doing.
Therapy.
Practice
sort of
therapy.
a little bit more spiritual
Magical
than that,
therapy.
like maybe a little bit more metaphysical.
Metaphysical.
Magical
But yeah, so
therapy.
it'll
Okay.
basically be like I'll probably come up with some more specific like rigid details, but it'll probably be like a several minute long ritual that requires multiple people. It requires those material components, and you'll still have to pass certain checks for it to be fully successful.
To do magical expedited therapy. I wish my inner conflicts were solved that
Again,
quickly.
it's not therapy.
Right?
It's removing the external influence. Like,
That it
Inner
sounds like therapy.
conflict, He's crying after it. We're all doing forgiveness and
Sounds like therapy.
therapy.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, loot and clan reaction to that judgment. That's what I had asked earlier.
Roll insight. A lot of insight checks today.
Plot.
I suck at all of
Politics.
them. So bad.
Can I roll?
I hate everything. What is this? It's so
This
consistent.
is not your night.
This is incredibly consistent.
Yeah, Ada, they seem intrigued by that judgment. So they seem to have been paying very close attention to like how the clan leaders feel about iron thralls.
Of course they are.
Wonder why.
Yeah. So, you all get your lunch, your rest, whatever little break you need.
Nick has a thing.
Oh, what? Sorry?
When we go to the Evolve, can Cole ask them about the fish?
I love it.
You mean when you go back and see them later?
Just whenever.
No, you
No.
lunch with them. You just like sit down with your sandwich and just be like, eh.
Oh, tell me about the fish.
You eating a tuna sandwich right now? Because that might make this awkward. Can you eat tuna? Wait, you have eaten tuna. Well,
Cole likes fish.
oh yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, the wolf pretty much go, we'll talk to you later. We'll, we'll chat and gossip.
Wow. We're the faith bearers, and we can't even sit at their table.
We're not cool enough. We can't sit
Cool
with
enough.
them.
We can't sit with them.
We don't even go here.
To be fair, a lot of like the Volve and the Seer Guard seem to be doing a lot more like work and running around, like eating as they go kind of stuff, because they're
Yeah.
coordinating a lot of the logistics here.
Yeah.
So soon enough, the gathering resumes, and snow has actually started falling in these like thick clumps, just piling up on like you can see it piling up on the rooftops of like canopies and the Hamskip barges. it's not gonna take long for all of Drift Hall to just be completely blanketed in white snow. You hear a couple people muttering, "Oh, soon enough, there's gonna be ice in the Serpent Sea itself." Um, Mother Gunbarg, her armor, is now getting snow collecting on the shoulders as well.
Is chill
It
metal a
is.
spell? That's what I was gonna say.
Odrin is gonna be
Um,
like leaning over to Cull and just kind of being like, "All right, I think during the boring parts, be like, all right, I think it'll fall off her shoulder in about 4 seconds. You want to make it a bet? You want to lay any copper on this? It's how long it's gonna take for each of the drifts to fall off.
No, she seems balanced. I'm saying at least 10.
Okay, all right. So we sit there and count seconds until it falls.
great.
Whoever
While
the
we're
warmest
boring.
of the
While we're
party
boring.
is, Ada's just like
Mhm.
sitting closer to them than usual because she does not do well in the
It's
cold.
probably
Imagine-
Hap.
Oh,
Yeah, Hap.
yeah, grow it yourself.
Grow it yourself.
I just suddenly feel these cold hands sinking into my fur. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! Oh no!
I don't think he
Okay.
exists in Grimnir.
It's this guy I met this
Mother-
one time.
Anyway, Mother Goombarg speaking. Sorry. As we all know, our farmers should have planted fertile crops by now. Normally, we're at the height of summer. This winter is hard upon us, and there will be no spring. Not until the forces of ruin on our doorsteps are sundered, head to toe. Now, Yrsa, you wanted to speak. Yrsa steps forward. In years past, the Jarls, the Lineals of the Great Raiding clans would conclude our gathering with a vote to select the next Elder Lineal. But today it must not be so. Instead, we must learn more about our enemy. After much consultation with Mother Gunbarg, we have concluded that she shall continue in her role for the next few weeks, while we send expeditions out to better understand our terrible foe. When these longships return, we shall resume our petitions and select our new Elder Lineal. If the clan leaders agree, what say you all? There's a flurry of quick conversations and mutterings.
Did they say what foe?
Yeah. What foe are they talking about?
They didn't specify in that particular statement.
Is Fearcat bias?
Yeah.
Fearcat.
I would assume they are talking about the witches. Perhaps they suspect them to be related to this prolonged winter?
Oh, I thought they were gonna like talk about those monsters that were falling from the sky that we told Mother Gutenberg about.
So if they're talking, just talking to each other, I might kind of raise my hand and say, I'm sorry. Can we clarify what foe we're talking about? Are you talking about winter or witches or Jotun? I mean, a lot.
Oh, is there a reaction when Odrin says Jotun?
There's a faint stirring. Yeah, there's a bit of murmuring at that. Just an uneasy fear and distrust. Frankly, we need answers. It's obvious the witches are involved in much, but you have mentioned giants, fearsome beasts and monsters, Jotun, and we don't know who or what might be connected to anything, who's the head of anything, what leaders might be aspiring to power to gather forces against us raiders. We need more information, because we don't know who our enemy is. The clan leaders do all seem to agree to extend Mother Gunbarg's term by a few weeks. Um, there's also a bit of a discussion that Drift Hall is going to stay basically adrift. The clan leaders, for the most part, are going to stay at Drift Hall as these expeditions take place. So, sorry, I'm just double checking, like, what all I need to mention about that. Right. Well, there are many threats that are meant to be investigated. And yes, we will resume our petitions. Now, we will need volunteers from several clans to undertake these, to get them all done simultaneously. We'll want at least one team in trying to find any kind of headquarters or central organization for the Ironwood Witches. We need somebody to also figure out this giant threat, where they may have come from, what they might be connected to. There's also Hjordis, have you heard from the remainder of your delegation yet? No, we have not. Yes, well, it will be beneficial as well to have someone go to Far Landing and contact the Risa clan. Medrash immediately jumps in. We'll investigate the witches. We'll track them down.
Are we sure about that?
I lean over to Cole and I say, the Ton Arg's on the way to Far Landing. We could do our loot and investigations on the way.
True.
We could.
I hate giving Medrash the control over that situation.
That is my question as well, is I question him
Oh, I didn't even put that together.
investigating that.
You do see that there are some Naddle interested in assisting, especially Nar, who seems to be wanting to make up for things.
Okay.
So
He's like, I want a chance to get my vengeance against them.
I feel like if we say we want to go, they'll definitely let us go, but they might make us take Medrash.
Medrash by himself with nobody to protect him.
Hap.
What? I didn't say
Yeah,
anything.
lose everyone that's not us on this mission.
I mean, I am definitely. I lean
How with
towards.
Medrash alone joining us.
I lean towards going down to investigate the race and making a pit stop on the way.
I would take Medrash with us.
But we wouldn't have to take him with us for that one.
Oh, I think we should just take him with us. Why not? Just take him with us.
Well,
No matter where we go.
if we do that
We-
one fast enough, we could do more. So.
I
Medrash
like
seems
the
to have his own
idea.
crew.
He doesn't need his
I
own
like-
crew. Our crew's better.
I mean, you're not
I
wrong.
don't know how far they'll get with the witches. I
They
don't know
won't.
anything. I don't think. I don't
They're
think they'll get
probably
far.
just gonna get enthralled.
Oh gods. And I like the idea of having a bit of cover to dig up more dirt. And then there's more petitions.
Yeah.
We could do.
I mean, you're all assuming Medrash should be able to go once we're done with our petition later with the Orn.
Well, that's waiting too. This buys us time for them to get here.
It's true.
It's amazing.
I thought the Orin were only a couple days away. This investigation is expected to take weeks, right?
Possibly.
Which means they'll be here when the petitions start again.
So we're gonna do the investigation before we go against the Luton clan?
I think it might be wise. Get as much as we can.
You're gonna let these people roam around.
We're gonna roam around whether or not we say yes.
We're right. All we do.
I'd feel a lot better if we got our petition against them over with before we...
But they
Yeah,
could
the
talk their way
witnesses.
out of it. We need more to damn them.
Of course, I don't know why we're doing the petition route anyway. There's other ways.
You're here.
Because we're far too visible now, Hap.
Hap, we're
Oh,
doing
it
it
might
that
be.
way first. That way we have a chance to not become outlaws. Now, if it fails, then we can become outlaws. That's my opinion.
Not opposed.
So, do we have our volunteers to go to Far Landing?
I think
I look at
that's
Paul.
us. Captain, what do you think?
Sounds like we're the ones for the job.
Take that one.
Of course.
We've got a Risa guide now, so.
Hjordis kind of raises her
They
meat
do
horn
that.
at you all. Just gives you a very like thankful look. Your willingness to help out. And she says, "We will send one of our own with you as a guide to assist."
We actually already have one. We have Odor. We decided that he deserves a place amongst the Fate Bearers.
We invited him to join our crew.
Sorry, we didn't get a chance to talk to you beforehand, but we thought it might bring you some extra honor if we brought him along.
So you said in front of everybody, we just did this as a favor to bring you extra honor.
Well, okay, fair. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. We thought we might honor you by bringing him along on our crew, just in general.
Okay.
He's incredibly
Are
skilled.
they honoring us by...
He's an incredibly skilled individual. I'm sure he would be among the highest of ranks on our crew.
Very well.
I feel like we have to vote it somehow. The highest of ranks.
I'm lying.
Odor, who's been like sitting way in the back, his the benches aren't really optimized for tall folk, so his
No.
knees are kind of like crunched up a little
Oh,
bit.
no.
But
Poor guy.
especially because he's like tall even for a tall folk, he's on the ganglier side. He just gives a little shy grin at you all.
Oh.
All right, you all have your missions. Please take the rest of the day you need for preparations, and we will continue with the petitions when we have gathered enough information. The group disperses.
If I can see Ragna within 120 feet, I'll cast message under my breath
Okay.
and say, "We're making a stop on the way. Come to our ship if you want in."
You just see her like glance over at you and like slowly blink, like a very subtle nod. All right, so Far Landing. Hey, never actually been there myself. Been on the intercontinent once or twice.
Kidding me? Was it not one of your 10,000 raids?
I thought it was 1,000.
No. No,
Yeah.
no, I don't think it was there specifically. Been more on the outer islands, especially on the eastern stretch. You ever been to Holwick? Holwick's a great city. That's
Where's
actually
Holwick?
oh, it's where I was
Holland?
born. It's on the intercontinent. It's not quite on the way. I could point it to you on the map.
Do we need to swing by your hometown, Rolf?
Mm.
I mean, I wouldn't say need to, but I'm just
Well,
saying it's
Would
there.
you like
Would
to?
you like- Would you like to swing by your old town?
If I think we're on a time sensitive mission, maybe another time. Maybe on the way
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the way
Great.
back.
Rolf, we should probably tell Rolf what we're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna wander off to the marketplace. Bye.
So we
Cult
take a minute
following.
to cast exposition and tell Rolf quietly what we're thinking
Uh-huh.
and what
Mhm.
we're doing while we're doing said trip.
And
Cool.
I think we would put it all under the auspices of having more, like building a better case against the Luton generally, and trying to keep like ourselves out of it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that definitely sounds like a wise plan. And didn't someone say that and you mentioned that there was like what was the evidence you need? You need to go to Tanard, right? Was there anywhere else you needed to go to gather information?
Well, there was this kind of a nearby island where that one guy got gosh, what's the
Mhm.
word? Banished
So-
to, right? That we might
Ooh.
be able to dig him up.
Might be able to go there first.
It's not that far, so it shouldn't be out of our way too much.
Well, not far. Do you know where it is specifically?
Oh,
I think
do we?
you showed us on
We
the map,
do.
didn't you?
Not specifically. I said it was near Tuck.
Oh.
But yeah,
Oh,
you didn't.
There's an
You got the
island called
name.
Otto.
We could ask our new friends
Yeah, you
at
know
the
it's called
Natal.
Atso.
You know,
That would be a good thing to put on your agenda for the day.
kind of a, we could ask our friends in the Natal what they if they could tell us exactly where said place is.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to like just ask somebody now and then I can put it on your map?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We run over to Longspear before he runs away.
Mm-hmm.
Just say, "Hey, we were looking for somebody who kind of disappeared off our map, but we need to find him to get some help with our testimony. He's supposed to be on, I can't remember the name of the island."
Otto.
Oh yeah. Also, yeah, it's middle of the Three Sisters. Stretch of three islands just west of here. It's the middle one. All in a straight line west. It's right there on your map.
Perfect.
Yep,
Oh, there
right
we
there.
go. Ah, thank you so
How
much.
long of a sail from here?
Ooh, about a little over half a day.
That's not bad at all.
Lovely.
Perfect.
Not far.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
and just keep yourself safe when you go there. They can be quite the party animals there.
Do you mean actual party animals, or do you mean like they like to beat each other up and consider that a party?
I'm just gonna say they're on a bit of the wilder side. Wilder side.
Hmm.
Huh. Okay.
It's not reassuring.
Thank you.
All right, so you got the location of Otso. So is that where we're going first, or are we going somewhere else? Are we going directly straight to Far Landing?
Um,
What is the priority?
I mean, I think since it's closer, shouldn't we hit there first? You think?
Well, I mean, either way, we're going to Far Landing and going back, so
Either way,
just
I mean, I just don't want to,
matter of
take the chance
order.
that he might die in the 2 days or whatever it takes us.
Well, are the people of Far Landing in risk of dying?
I plead the fifth on that one.
Do we
The
have
what?
the amendments here?
it's the it's
Oh
the
yes,
fifth,
the
it's-
Fifth Amendment of the Raider
yeah,
Constitution.
the fifth. I was gonna say it's the fifth tenet of my ancestors that I never say what I really intend, but you know that's okay.
Of course. Real quick, let's hop over to Hap. Hap, you said you ran off already.
Yeah. Yeah, when Hot Rolf started talking, I did run off to the marketplace. I'm gonna find a gem seller.
Okay. You see, hold on, I need my marketplace crowd back. Otherwise, it doesn't feel real enough. Oh, hello.
Is this the one gem seller we find, or is there like, do they get competition? I gotta know my haggling possibilities here.
They're the only one at Drift Hall.
Okay. Also, this is a weird question. If you need a certain gold amount of material for a spell, but you've managed to haggle so that you paid less for that material, it still counts as the
Okay,
original worth of the
so-
material, correct? If it was worth 100
yes,
gold,
even
but my charisma made it
yeah,
50
if you
gold.
if you pick up a revivified diamond off the street without paying even a copper piece for it, it's still usable for revivify. You know, if you
Cool,
find it in a
cool.
dungeon, you can still use it. If you haggle and only paid 150 for it, it still is worth 300 gold. So the gold just gives you a term to describe, like, oh, it's worth this much, it's this level quality. Like,
It's worth that much to me, even if I only paid 5 gold for it.
yes. Or 0 gold, as the case may be.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Alright,
Yep.
so I will approach and be like, hi, were you at that gathering earlier? When they were doing that ritual with the gems?
We saw a little bit of it, yeah?
Yeah, do you happen to know what gems they ended up using for that ritual? You seem very knowledgeable about this. I'm gonna be charming as hell. Like, you seem very knowledgeable. Like, do you know about the particular gems you might have noticed them using? Because it seemed to be a very successful spell.
I thought you all gave them the gems.
We did.
We did.
Shush, let me lie.
My bad.
Let me lie. I mean, you probably know a lot about magic using magic, right? You can probably identify which gems work best for different things.
Yeah, we could claim that, yes.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
example,
what
for the
gems
spell
did
they
you
just...
It was just assorted gems?
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Random gems we had.
Okay. Yes, are you interested in anything in particular?
Actually, if you were gonna do a spell like that, what kind of gems would you recommend? I'm just gonna like point to random ones. I would point to a garden and be like, a ruby?
That is a garnet. You could tell
Oh,
because
yeah.
of its pinkish hue.
I'm gonna look so interested, like, wow, I had no idea.
And these ones are the sapphires, and these are the rubies. There's some more unprocessed ones, and we have many crystals and lovely stones. Have you ever seen bismuth?
No, please show me, I would love to see it.
It looks like a bunch of like cubes containing cubes, but they're all like iridescent rainbow metallic looking things.
How did they
Wow, what
make
can you use
bismuth
that
in this
for?
world?
Any sort of magic.
I literally
I love
had
that
one
you
sitting-
have bismuth on hand.
It's actually my hubby's. Yeah, it was just sitting right up there.
Oh, amazing.
I
Perfect.
can be having
Yeah, it
this
looks like that.
conversation. The seller now looks like your
Um,
husband, as I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, please tell me about this.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
What magic is
It,
that
it
best for?
has It has a few uses, mostly just as fuel to help with magics that just need any type of gem or mineral.
I get it.
Uh, sorry, what is that?
Agate. Am I saying that right? I'm
Agate?
so dumb.
An agate, yes. Agate, there are many types of agate, apparently, according to Google.
There are
What is Google? Is that another
so
rock?
many types of agate.
Yes, my cousin Google. Um, he's the expert on the gems and the agate. Um, we do sell some here, and she holds out a few that are clearly not fancy enough for what you are so clearly intending to do.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's fine.
Um, but
Wow.
yes, these we mine these in the mountains near Far Landing.
Really? You had to mine these? You don't just like find them in like a river or something?
Oh, not usually. No, we had to go pretty far into the mountains, often on week-long scouting trips. It can be dangerous sometimes.
Wow. You are so brave. It's like, damn it. Okay. Okay.
But they are especially common in the Twin Peaks.
What are the Twin Peaks? I'm gonna
They're
go. I'm gonna look at it like dumb. Like I am so dumb. Please explain to me. I'm cute and I am
I'm a
small
baby
and I am
squirrel.
dumb. I'm an adult. Stop it.
No, I'm saying you're pretending to be a baby squirrel. Don't start with me.
No,
You know what
I'm
I'm
an
saying.
adult. No, I don't.
Just not even here.
It's true.
I'm an
Uh,
adult. I'm just an attractive, adorable adult.
Okay, my bad.
so
I don't know
if you go
why.
to Far Landing and you look directly to the north, the tallest peaks you will see from there are the Twin Peaks. So it's much closer than Turnfell, but it is a many days journey to there.
Mm. Well, that's so fascinating. I learned a lot. I wish I had a cousin named Google too. They sound really great.
I wish I didn't have a cousin named Google. He eats all of the fish.
Really? Does he know where to get good fish? I actually had to go pick up some really good fish.
Google, where to find good fish? They just keep chatting about fish, and the answer is literally everywhere.
Okay, while they're chatting, I will just slip away as if somebody's calling me. Oh no, I got to go. Bye bye. Alright, that was it. I'm done now. I'm just gonna wander slowly back listening to gossip.
If you want gossip, roll investigation or
Why
perception.
do I keep asking to do things I am so bad at? This is my problem. Uh. Wow. Wow. That's a 9, you know? After my 6.
Um,
And my.
you mostly hear people talking about how their crops have been struggling. Um, and they're noticing that the food at the Natal feasting hall is a bit slimmer than they would hope for, but it's not surprising anybody. All right. So Hap gets back to the ship. Everybody's back together.
Yep.
Let's see. A cult off of the bow of your ship, you see what was it, Isak?
Mhm.
um
Or Isaac.
uh it was
Second
one of those.
Isak?
I think it was Isaac. but
Isaac?
with, like,
I think it was
Isaac?
Isaac. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I spelled it Isak, but yeah, Isaac. Isaac is there.
Oh,
He's
that's
shuffling
my
his
person.
feet. Yeah, sorry. This is what happens when I just use a random name list, is I just find a name I can pronounce and sometimes it's the same.
No, like that would be real
It's
bad.
fine.
if
People
Isak
can have the
was
same name.
there.
Um
No, they can't. What's
anyway,
trending? What's
he's
the love
shuffling his
story?
feet and he looks a little bit nervous about
Am I back in
something.
time for this? Am I back in time to see this?
Yeah, you're
We're
back.
all there.
Perfect, perfect.
Hey, I I I don't know if I can go with you.
That's okay. That's okay.
Just I was thinking about it last night. I really was like halfway through packing things to go, and then my crazy sisters were all just going on about how I've never been on any kind of adventure and I don't know how to really help all that much on a ship. And anyway, I can support you from here. And I mean, I probably shouldn't rush into, you know, a commitment like being on a ship for a while, but I'll still be here. I would still love to have lunch with you again later, just maybe not jumping right into living on
Yeah.
your ship.
No, yeah, of course. I understand
But
completely.
you're headed to Far Landing? I'll see you when
Right.
you get back.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Yeah. Yeah. It won't be long. It's a long journey. You wouldn't even like it anyway. Don't worry.
I am sorry. I
It's okay.
shouldn't have agreed to it so quickly last night. I just
It's okay. It was there was a lot happening. It's okay.
yeah.
Can Odurin lean over?
You know, a lot of
Just
this could have
say,
been solved if
Always.
Paul
just
took
say,
off their
yeah,
shirt, but whatever.
you do what you want, Isaac. I will say, however, fuck your sisters, and if you want to go on an adventure, it's just fine to have a first adventure at some point, because otherwise you'll never be an adventurer. So,
Everyone does have one.
fuck them if you really want to have one. If you don't, that's just fine. I just wanted to encourage you at some point to, it's okay to ignore them.
Roll persuasion.
Oh gosh, I didn't mean to do that!
Alright.
Okay.
Pretty good.
That's
Okay,
not what I expected
That's
at
not
all.
what I expected either.
Why do you have a +4 of persuasion?
Because I am
Because
a
we're both great.
charismatic bitch, okay?
Oh my god.
Yay. You
You have a
see a look on
charismatic-
his face almost like there's a notification in the corner of the screen that says Isaac will remember that.
Good. Good. As long as he
No.
remembers that, I'm on board.
Like
We
her
didn't
chef.
know who or where his sisters are, or who they are.
Oh no.
You know basically nothing about this guy.
Oh,
Cole, I
no.
think you might have heard like a couple passing comments about like he's like right in the middle of a buttload of sisters.
Love it.
Like he's the only guy.
Aw, sweet boy.
Cool, cool. A Karn, tail him. I want to know where his sisters are.
Oh god.
You don't know none of this. Mental
Okay.
note to A Karn, tail him.
Love
I
it.
want to figure out who and where his sisters are. Thank you. What time of day is it?
It's getting close to sunset.
Cool. When are we leaving?
In the morning?
In the morning.
Morning? Sure. We can do morning.
Okay, cool.
Or
Cool.
should we
Yeah.
leave tonight?
Should we?
We'll
No,
leave
we should go in the morning.
sails off in the dark. What do you
Rowing
have-
Yeah,
the
we should go
night.
in the morning. That was
We still gotta learn the ritual.
We or you?
oh,
It's a multi-person ritual.
Is it? Wait, do I get to help?
I do get back.
I've never helped with a ritual before. That would be fun.
Yeah, removing the witchy influence.
This feels like a very important thing to learn before we go anywhere.
Okay.
We probably should also check on Siobhan. It's weird that I'm suggesting that. Me and Siobhan have never
Oh, is
really
Siobhan
bonded.
coming with us?
That's a great
Siobhan
question.
coming with us?
We'll be coming
Have
back.
we
I mean, we are going to
asked?
be coming back soon, but we should probably let her decide.
I think she might want to stay here.
We can ask.
Well, we should not. We probably should ask
I
regardless.
don't like it.
Ooh, maybe Siobhan can
I have
learn
a
how to do
feeling.
the ritual.
Oh.
I don't know. I have a weird feeling to be good at it.
Maybe she'd like to. Siobhan,
Well,
are you
I'm
around?
off again.
Huh?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
wander off, obviously.
Yeah, I'll
again,
come over there.
towards all that.
Hey, did you? Were you watching any of that shit that went down at the whole big meeting thing? Were you there?
Oh yeah. What's Siobhan there?
I caught a little bit of it from the back. Yeah.
Alright. Well, apparently, Hap is saying that she's got an invitation to learn that ritual to remove witchy influence on people. Would you be interested in seeing if you could help with it?
I mean, I can try. I'll at least watch.
Yeah. I thought you might be interested. And you heard we're taking off a bit, yeah?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that.
Okay.
I mean, you're gonna be back in just a few weeks, right? Like, it's not like
That's the plan.
not like you're gonna be gone for months and months.
No.
So I'm thinking I'll just stay here for a little bit till you get back.
Yeah.
You know, spend some time with Mira. Maybe let them look at my brain a bit more.
Have they been
Try to
looking
figure
at
some
your
things
brain?
out.
Is that
Can you
even possible?
spy?
Did they take it out through your ears or through your nose or your mouth?
Oh no.
No.
That's horrible.
No,
No,
they just detected my thoughts.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. I thought
what?
they could actually look inside your
You
brain.
all
I
have
was
wild imagination. No.
Hey, you can look right
This-
inside the back
We've
of my head
seen
through
some
this little
shit.
hole. I didn't know it
Grimnir
there.
is very weird.
Try not to.
That's why
Grimnir's
they're
very
known
weird.
as bird brain.
Tell me that actually happened. I would believe you. I would.
I would too, actually. We switched bodies yesterday.
It
That's
wasn't
true,
fun.
we did, didn't we? Did you see that? Were you here for that?
You know, I just thought y'all were acting real weird. I just kept my distance.
Oh.
Thanks.
I was a squirrel.
Why did
I had
Okay.
Sada seem sad by that statement? Is Sada upset? My was better
No,
than
I
time we
feel
were.
about it. It was weird. Today I feel like shit.
Are we going to the vault now or later?
I think
Oh,
now
it's
wish.
fine.
Well, we're gonna be leaving. Let's go now before they change their minds.
Okay, let's go.
Great.
We're off to see the wizards.
While we walk over, I'm gonna quietly talk with her and say, so while you're here, while we're gone, all of the leaders are staying here. Can you you don't have to do anything risky or dangerous, but can you just keep your ears open, see if you hear anything, and then fill us in when we get back?
She looks like a little bit mischievous.
Amazing.
And she just gives you a quiet little nod when she's trying to like hide a little grin.
Wonderful. We
You
never
all
had
get
this
to
conversation.
you all get to the Volv Hemskip.
Yo.
The Bjorn.
We're going to see the Bjorn.
Gonna learn the ritual.
Just drove to Volcano. I'm sorry.
We can just end the stream. We can just end it.
Oh no.
Anyway, you get to their barge. The Volv are there waiting. I need one person to make an Arcana check.
Is it contested? Is
Or
it contested?
guidance?
Can I just automatically succeed? Please! Can I just automatically succeed?
She's just like,
Yes, this is not contested.
Wait, I choose to automatically succeed
it.
at least this today.
Okay.
Poor
So
Jay.
you do it takes some time as they go over the process involved. Um but they talk you through um what seems like advanced like particle physics almost. um like at least that's
Dumbing
how
it
it
down
feels to
for
your
me.
brain.
My
Yeah.
according to our year, they're dumbing it down and whispering it in my ear. It's great. It's all working out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Um
love it.
They have a 14 in intelligence. I
yeah,
have a
it's
10.
like all this
It's all good.
metaphysics of like the nature of like souls and long distance influence and like I think they mentioned ley lines or something. Um
Did
Oh
they use the
but
wow.
it's
sapphire or the
Wow.
garnet, that pinkish one? Is that the gem
um,
they used?
Oh my
um
god.
so yeah, it seems like the exact gem doesn't really matter as long as they harness enough magical energy. So some gems are
Does
more powerful than others, hence the 100 gold piece value.
does the shiny rock count as a gem?
No.
Mm-mm.
What if it's a
Not for
really
this.
big shiny rock?
Do you have one of those?
We're sitting
The
on a
thing that
very
it's
big rock.
the thing that
Well,
the
I
thing is
actually
made up of matters and spells.
I will say crystals count. Um,
Okay.
but it has to be like 100 gold worth of gems and crystals. And yeah, they describe the whole process as more of like a metaphysical negotiation than a spell. There's not just a series of words that you state and it works the same way every time. It's more of an equation where you have to solve it as you go.
I was gonna say
Words are very
negotiation with who?
soothing and calming and help them reveal things about themselves. What if I use those kinds of words? Would that work? What about a really good listener?
Whatever you
Does
want to
that work?
describe it. I'm just saying, like, there are going to be ability checks, like, if and when you attempt this.
And when you're saying
Um,
negotiation, does that mean like negotiation with somebody or just like negotiating something?
Negotiating, like,
Okay,
pathways.
okay. I was just curious. I was
Yeah.
wondering who we were negotiating with.
No.
No negotiation team. What if
um,
we had active listener, let it all out. It's all good. We'll just release that inner turmoil,
Oh my god.
set it free. It's all great.
Alright. So, you have the ritual. Is there anything else you wanted to talk to the Volva about?
Yeah,
No.
the fish.
Oh, the fish, yes, actually go back.
I am
The
a fish.
fish!
Question: do you know about the
yeah.
giant fish under here?
You get some looks. Um, Mira, the youngest, looks a little bit confused. Like, why
The
are you
two
bringing up fish?
the two giant fish.
Um,
There's two. There's two. Not just one.
Ursa holds up a hand. Um, you saw the seer fish.
Yeah, I mean, we're chill now. We're like
Seerfish?
best friends.
Well, I can't argue with that result. Um,
I
they
mean,
guide the mother's eye. We raise them from eggs and
oh, babies.
at the well of wisdom. Well, not those ones.
Well, yeah, I figured. Anyways,
The ones guiding Drift Hall right now, that pair, they're a mated pair. Um, they've been guiding Drift Hall and returning to us every 8 years to support it for at least half a century now.
Are there babies? Have they had babies?
okay. So,
Are there babies?
is it
They have spawned somewhere, yes.
is it the stone court moves the seer fish, and then the seer fish moves drift hall, and the mother's eye?
Um, a combination of the Stone Court and us communing with them.
You can talk to them. Are they nice? They seem nice.
Talk is a strong word.
Mm. Okay.
We influence. We consult the stone court, we relay it to the fish, and they take us where Drift Hall is meant to be.
See, so
And they're
they
cool with the whole arrangement, right?
Oh, of course, they return here willingly.
so they just automatically know when to come back.
Hmm.
Okay. Do they have names?
I will give some to you next time. That is where we are going to end our session.
That's quite the cliffhanger, KJ. I don't know if I can live without
Very
knowing
much
these
so.
fishes' names.
We didn't ask one person's name one time.
This is
I
all Cole
appreciate
cares
that.
about.
It's so
I'm grateful. I figured you were probably gonna ask that soon. I'm like, oh no, Cole wants to know a name,
Cole
huh?
wants to know the
So,
fishy's name. Give us
yeah,
fishy
Give
I'll
me
have
names.
1
names for you next time.
minute. I would have proposed that Cole could talk to the fish.
All
I
right,
would have
catch us
insisted.
every Thursday night here on Twitch. Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, or check our VODs over on YouTube. On both of those, the account is KJ_Potoff. And if Twitch is not Twitch, if TikTok continues to be a thing, then maybe I'll keep posting on there too. But yeah, keep following us for new episodes. We will see what happens in Far Landing and the journey to and from there, and at all the other stops they have to make along the way. Because boy, are you in open waters now! You are very much on open map, and
Woo!
no telling what wacky places you're gonna wind up next. So, with that, we will see you all next time. Have a good rest of your week, everybody. Skål!